Breaking news this morning, an underground nuclear test that set off earthquake sensors in North Korea. NBC's Jim Miklashevsky's at the Pentagon. Mick, what can you tell us?
Well, Natalie, U.S. military and intelligence officials tell NBC News they knew this was coming. And while it may take a day or two to absolutely confirm this indeed was the test, an underground test of a nuclear weapon, they say that there's no reason to believe that it wasn't. Now, U.S. military officials say that the North Koreans are claiming that this was a much bigger weapon, a much bigger device than one they tested 3 years ago, and that it will take several days to determine exactly the size of that device, which apparently set off a seismic wave that registered 4.7 on the Richter scale. Now, this also comes right on the heels of a North Korean test of a long-range missile aimed at reaching Hawaii or Alaska, which was pretty much considered a failure. This also set off a wave of international condemnations. President Obama issuing a statement overnight saying this would be a blatant defiance of the UN and violation of international law. Natalie.
And Mick, you mentioned that U.S. officials knew this was coming, but as we all stop on this Memorial Day, what do you make of the timing of this?
Well, the timing appears not so much aimed at Memorial Day, although North Korea has a practice of doing that on U.S. holidays. But it appears to be aimed at testing the Obama administration. First that missile test, now this underground nuclear test, in an effort to draw the U.S. into one-on-one negotiations over the future of North Korea's nuclear program and to gain as many concessions as possible. But so far, the Obama administration is not indicating that it's willing to do that.
All right, Jim Miklashevsky at the Pentagon, thank you. And we're going to get reaction from the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Admiral Mike Mullen, in just a moment. First, though, here's Lester.
Natalie, thanks. Now to the front lines on this Memorial Day. NBC's Richard Engel is embedded with U.S. troops in Afghanistan's Kunar province.
The only way into the Korengal Valley is by helicopter. The roads were washed out this winter. We traveled at night as thick dust sparked against the blades of the Chinook helicopters. When we were last at the Korengal 8 months ago, the roughly 150 soldiers here from Viper Company were attacked by the Taliban every day. 8 soldiers from Viper have been killed in the Korengal in 11 months, 30 wounded. On this Memorial Day morning, I asked some of the members of Viper Company about their loss.
It's time to reflect, which is sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, just because you think about your buddies. At the same time, though, like I'm extremely proud of what they sacrificed, proud of their families.
We have barbecues and stuff here. We're gonna have a barbecue today, matter of fact, and it is kind of depressing not to see one of your friends or your guys you've been fighting with not there, knowing that he lost his life here. Fighting for the country.
I was in the truck. I was the truck commander when we lost our first guy. He was my gunner when our first guy from the company went down. And literally being there when his heart finally stopped beating and you've got your hands on him and you're trying to do the best that you can with him, it's something that you never forget.
But there's little time to reflect. Just after the interviews, U.S. troops nearby are attacked. The soldiers from Viper Company drop mortars to protect them. Call in air support. No U.S. soldiers were injured in this attack. For today, Richard Engel, NBC News, the Korengal.
Admiral Mike Mullen is the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He's at the Pentagon this morning. Admiral Mullen, good morning to you, and thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning, Lester. Glad to be with you.
I want to talk to you about Afghanistan in a moment, but first to North Korea, this apparent nuclear test. There were also what's been reported a couple of missile launches. Can you confirm that there were, in fact, short-range missile launches from North Korea?
Well, in fact, that's what North Korea has stated they've done, Lester, and it's going to take us a couple days to really confirm what happened in the region. It does, however, speak to the growing belligerence of North Korea, the growing isolation of a country that continues to defy the international norm and international law, and actually the growing concern that I and many others have for their ability to destabilize a really vital region of the world.
And Admiral, this reminds us that we face other national security threats besides the Mideast and South Asia. Korea has certainly shown this, what you call belligerence. When we look at the U.S. military stretched in 2 wars right now, How confident are you that we can deal with this threat, and how worried are you by all this?
Well, I'm very confident that we can deal with the threat posed by North Korea. And it's not just the United States, because there are many other countries, and certainly those in the region, who are equally concerned. So I have great confidence from that perspective. At the same time, and this was not an unanticipated test on the part of the North Koreans, should we be able to confirm it. Based on their rhetoric, they recently fired a long-range missile, even though the test failed, along with possibly these cruise missile tests. So it's a country that I think we've also, that continues to isolate itself, and that the international community certainly must continue to bring pressure on to ensure that in the long run they don't achieve a nuclear weapons program that could threaten the region and actually threaten the United States as well.
Has there been any change in the alert status and stature of the U.S. military in response to what's happened?
Well, I won't go into great details about what we're doing, except to say there hadn't been any significant change on the part of the countries in the region.
All right, let's turn to Afghanistan. We just saw Richard Engels reporting more troops coming into that theater, a new commander who's got more special operations experience. How is this war about to change in visible ways, Admiral?
Well, we're putting more troops on the ground as we speak. President Obama has approved upwards of 21,000 additional troops, which will add this year, and I believe those troops will really start to make a difference from a security standpoint. Most of them will be in the south, but those additional troops will provide the security for the Afghan people, and I think once we have that security starting to change and move in the other direction, that we'll be able to start the economic development, the creation of good governance at the local levels, the provincial levels, as well as the national levels, and also focus on their election, which occurs later this year in August. So I think we've got to get those troops on the ground, and in that regard, start to turn the tide, particularly in the cycle of violence, which is very negative right now.
All right. Well, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Admiral Mike Mullen, we appreciate you joining us this Memorial Day. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lester.
All right. It is now coming up on 7:10. Once again, here's Natalie.
Lester, thank you. Nearly 180,000 U.S. servicemen and women are spending this Memorial Day overseas, worlds away from their family and friends. And late last week, Matt spoke exclusively with Defense Secretary Robert Gates about their sacrifices and how he honors the memory of each and every one.
Americans really appreciate our men and women in uniform. I think there is a total recognition in this country of the sacrifice these men and women in uniform make. And you just see it wherever you go. People say, well, an all-volunteer force is separated from the American people. But in reality, that doesn't appreciate the role played by the National Guard and the Reserve, and where these people go back into their communities, right, having served in Iraq and Afghanistan. And so I think that connection is really a lot closer than people think. You really see it tragically, but also in a heartwarming way when our fallen heroes are brought home to be buried. And you've got whole towns turning out. It's extraordinary.
The president has said, and I would imagine you would agree with this, that trying to comfort or find comfort and give it to those families of those fallen soldiers is the hardest thing that anyone can ever have to do. And I know that you, when you sit down to write a letter to the family of a fallen soldier, you do so in great detail. You make those letters extremely personal. And I'm just curious what you're trying to accomplish with those letters.
I want the families of our fallen heroes to know that they're not just a statistic. When I started writing the condolence letters, a couple of months into it, I said, okay, I want a picture of this soldier. I want to know each and every one of these kids. I want to feel what's happened here. And so I get a package with each one of these letters that I write that allows me to communicate to the family that the Secretary of Defense knows something about your son or daughter and really cares.
Well, but that really increases the burden on you in terms of the emotional burden. I mean, how do you then go home at night and shake that off?
Well, it's tough. I mean, it's the hardest part of the job. There's no two ways about it. Being the Secretary of Defense in a time of war is tough.
And if you'd like to see more of Matt's interview with Defense Secretary Robert Gates, you can find it on our website, todayshow.com. It is 7:12. Once again, here's Lester.
Natalie, thanks. Besides Memorial Day, it's also Fleet Week here in New York City, and special events are planned for today aboard the USS Intrepid, where that interview you just saw was conducted. NBC's Jeff Rawson is there. Jeff, good morning.
Lester, good morning to you. I know you're a huge fan of planes. You'd be in heaven here, standing on the flight deck of the Intrepid. Really an amazing sight if you and your family ever visiting New York. It's also an especially exciting week here in New York City. You mentioned it's Fleet Week. 5,000 active duty troops are in town right now in Manhattan behind me. They're going out to Broadway shows, they're eating out, they're mingling with all of us regular people basically. But one of the coolest things is they brought their battleships with them, 13 battleships, including the USS Iwo Jima, which is actually right behind me, right behind the aircraft carrier Intrepid, that just got back from Afghanistan. It's open to the public. You can actually bring your family, your children on board, poke around. Really a fascinating look inside of the military. That runs through Wednesday. One of the greatest things about Memorial Day is honoring the troops, as you've mentioned in this broadcast, and one of the traditions of the Intrepid is having a ceremony for that. Bill White is joining us this morning, president of the Intrepid Museum. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome aboard, Jeff.
Tell me a little about this ceremony today.
It's going to be unbelievable. It's our greatest day where we pay tribute to our fallen heroes. We're going to have about 3,000 veterans, a flyover by the V-22 Ospreys from the Marine Corps, and a special ceremony, a 21-gun salute to pay tribute to those who've given the ultimate sacrifice.
And it mixes veterans, you were telling me, with the active duty troops. They can actually compare literal war stories.
It's really exciting. You know, 3,000 veterans served on this ship in World War II, saved this right on the decks that you're on from 5 kamikaze attacks. And they're 19 to 24 years old. Same today over on the Iwo Jima, 3,000 sailors, 19 to 24, and they get together and talk about the stories on how they protect our freedom.
And that's what it's all about today. Bill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. I've got a hat for you, so Matt's got to salute you. You're an honorary admiral.
Matt Lauer will salute me, yeah. I want to. I'll make sure to pass along the message. I'll put it on for you.
You got it.
The Intrepid, by the way, Lester, just went a $115 million renovation. They're hitting record numbers this year of visitors, but no salute is necessary, Lester.
No, I'll hold off on the salute, but I can't wait to visit. I have not been on board since the renovation. Jeff Rawson, thanks very much.
Spot.
That is my son's favorite thing to do in New York.
It's really
He loves it, yeah. All right, let's get a check of the rest of the morning's top stories. Amy Robach is in at the news desk for Ann Curry. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Natalie and Lester. Good morning, everyone. Speculation is mounting this morning over who President Obama will pick to replace Supreme Court Justice David Souter. NBC Chief White House correspondent Chuck Todd is in Washington. So, Chuck, good morning. And the announcement, we understand, could come within days.
Absolutely. When you look at the president's schedule, first of all, he got back last night rather than coming back later today. A lot of that speculation is that he's working through the last-minute details of the vetting process of picking this next Supreme Court justice. Yesterday on Meet the Press, Dick Durbin, the Assistant Senate Majority Leader, perhaps the senator closest to President Obama, said it seemed to confirm that it would be this week. Looking at his schedule, he's out of town Wednesday and Thursday. That leaves tomorrow or Friday. So those are the days all of us are focusing on. It still looks like the front runners are likely to be a woman that gets picked, possibly Diane Wood, a judge out of Chicago, somebody he's very close with. But it could be a politician, as he said in an interview over the weekend, that he wants somebody with real-world experience. Amy?
All right, Chuck Todd in Washington. Thank you, Chuck. New York City has confirmed its second death linked to the swine flu. Officials say a woman in her 50s died over the weekend and had underlying health problems. Meantime, 18 U.S. soldiers in Kuwait have contracted the virus and have undergone medical treatment. Well, all across South Korea, memorials are being held for former President No Moo-hyun, who died over the weekend in an apparent suicide. He was recently questioned in a corruption investigation. This morning, authorities in Switzerland say they have ended the massive search for a 12-year-old boy from Indiana who disappeared Friday during a hiking trip with his family near a waterfall southeast of Bern. Rescuers have not found the boy. However, police say this morning they found a shoe that could belong to him. Florida's governor is calling on the Obama administration to declare Volusia County a major disaster area after massive flooding caused by nearly a week of heavy downpours. At least 1,000 homes and businesses have been damaged at a cost of more than $55 million. That bad weather in Florida forced the space shuttle Atlantis to land at Edwards Air Force Base in California Sunday. 2 days after it was supposed to land, NASA said the mission to repair the Hubble telescope was a total success. And Helio Castroneves is this year's Indianapolis 500 champion after a victory lap and leap there. He jumped out of his car, he climbed the fence, getting up close to those cheering fans. And you know what? He had good reason to be so excited. This was his third Indy 500 win. It is 7:17 as he collapses there. Back to Natalie, Lester, and Stephanie. Congratulations to him. And they I guess they get milk at the finish line there. Got milk? Champagne trophy, that, right?
It's a new healthy thing.
There you go. Let's get a first check of the weather. And as Amy mentioned, Stephanie Abrams is from the Weather Channel's here in for Al today.
Good
to have you back.
Thanks. Good to see you guys and good to see you as well at home. Unfortunately, you might have to bring that grilling indoors, especially in the southeast. There is a threat for flooding. Anywhere you see the green on the map, and unfortunately more rain in these areas as we head through the day today and into tomorrow. Here's a look at that forecast throughout the day today, and we could see an inch or more as we make our way through Tuesday. Here's a look at what's happening outside your door.
Good morning. Our Skycam in Astoria on this Monday, Memorial Day 2009. Blue skies, sunshine, looking at the Astor column in downtown, actually above downtown Astoria. On the coast of Pacific City, we have fair skies there, 59 degrees temperature right now, as you can see, looking out towards Haystack Rock. Beautiful conditions out there on this Monday morning. And our forecast, not just for the coast, but anywhere you go, some brief morning clouds, then sunshine with high temperatures in the mid-70s, overnight lows in the 50s.
All right, thank you, Stephanie. And now to a troubling security breach at Buckingham Palace. Outsiders managed to gain access to what are supposed to be inaccessible areas. NBC's Stephanie Gosk is in London with the very latest. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie. Well, everyone that's allowed into Buckingham Palace is supposed to be screened by a rigorous security process. In fact, Prince Philip and Prince Charles both have to show photo IDs to get into the palace, which is why officials from both Buckingham Palace and Scotland Yard are scrambling to try to figure out how such an outrageous security breach could have happened right under their noses. It shouldn't be this easy to get into Buckingham Palace. The two undercover reporters did not show ID. They did not undergo a background check. The tabloid paper that staged the sting says all it took was $1,600 slipped to this royal palace chauffeur. And the Queen's inner sanctum, the garage housing her fleet of golden carriages and bulletproof limos, was unlocked. They even sat in her Bentley.
This is where Her Majesty sits. That's where she sits here.
The two investigators posed as wealthy Middle East businessmen. The chauffeur, who has driven members of the royal family for 4 years, claims he had no idea their story was a ruse.
Well, it actually exposes a serious lapse of security at Buckingham Palace. Our investigator could easily have been an Al-Qaeda terrorist with a bomb to be planted inside the Queen's car.
No bomb this time, but certainly embarrassment and a lot of questions.
You've got to look at the people that are manning the gates and asking, why did they let this person in? Why did they let the people in on the say-so of the chauffeur?
Security surrounding the Queen was supposed to have improved after a string of high-profile breaches. In 2003, an undercover reporter with fake references was given a job as a footman. He even served the Queen tea and biscuits. Batman scaled the palace's walls a year later to protest child custody laws. And no one will forget Michael Fagan. The Queen woke up in the middle of the night to find him sitting at the foot of her bed. Scotland Yard is in charge of security at Buckingham Palace, but they farmed out some of that responsibility to private contractors after some recent budget cuts. Now there's a growing number of security analysts that are wondering whether that was really such a good idea. Natalie?
Yeah, really very scary there. Stephanie Goss, thanks so much. And still to come this morning, Susan Boyle back on stage. Will her newest performance wow the world once again? We'll let you be the judge. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Recently, Conan O'Brien stopped by KGW. He took some photos with the staff and had a good laugh with them.
Conan, I've always loved your hair. How do you get it to do that?
Just a little bit of spray, a little bit of mousse, and then I brush it out.
Are you sure this is going to work, Conan?
Trust me, Joe. Trust me.
The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien, coming June 1st on KGW News Channel 8.
Say, folks, it's Memorial Day weekend, and that means the largest sale of the year at Mattress World, all locations. Now, Sherry, you've got terrific bedding, terrific prices all weekend long.
We have mattresses starting at $99 each piece when you buy the set.
And we have a triple choice firm plush or pillow top queen set for $3.99.
Also in queen sets, adjustable beds starting at $6.99. And you've got memory foam queen sets starting at $6.99 as well. Now I look around, you've got great selection.
We have the largest selection at every price point. We have the best service, the largest selection, and lowest price guarantee.
Beautiful. And in specialty bedding, you've got something going on this weekend?
We have 30% off all specialty bedding. And don't forget, we have name brands. We have Sealy, Simmons, Beauty Rest, Posturepedic, Stearns & Foster, Carrington Chase, and the Lewis collections.
I'll tell you, and if they have it in the warehouse, they'll deliver this weekend. Memorial Day weekend sale at all Mattress World locations. That's Mattress World. Where?
It's not too late to sleep like a baby.
Other dealers claim to have your back, but only Beaverton Hyundai actually does. Drive the Hyundai Elantra. Best car for the money for only $9,995. The all-new Hyundai Sonata for just $13,995. Financing is not an issue at Beaverton Hyundai. Qualified buyers get 0% plus up to $3,750 in additional bonus cash on Santa Fe. And you're covered with Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. Only Hyundai can say that. Shop online at BeavertonHyundai.com. Come discover why we've sold more new Hyundais in the state of Oregon since 2006.
Silicon Television's greatest shows will walk down memory lane to celebrate the small screen's first 70 years.
Plus, we're kicking off the unofficial start of summer with a celebration of 80s rock live on the plaza. But first, your local news and weather.
Sam's Club announces the Memorial Day Serta mattress event.
Uh-oh.
Now get a $100 Sam's Club gift card with the purchase of select king mattresses. And get a $50 card with the purchase of select queen mattresses. Enjoy our everyday values on a great selection of Serta mattresses starting as low as $99.87. With values like these, you could more than pay for your membership. So get your gift card and a comfortable Serta mattress this Memorial Day and never count cheap again. Only through Monday, only at Sam's Club.
The first topical serum with the facial filler dermatologists inject. Avon introduces a new Dermafull serum, injectable-grade filler that restores the look of youthful contours. Only from Avon. Call your Avon representative for a new Dermafull and say hello tomorrow.
You know what? This looks just like the treehouse I built with my dad.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna go work on the roof.
Dad will be right back.
It's more than just that great peanut taste. Choosing Jif is a simple way to show someone how much you care.
You made that for me?
Well, you're making this for me.
Choosing moms and dads. Choose Jif.
He's alive! Oh no, we can call for help! What are you doing?
Pulling my own Capital One credit card.
Look, I can upload my own photo.
We have internet access?
Here's a good one. I was full for 3 days.
Personalize your card at Capital One Card Lab by uploading your own photo at CapitalOne.com.
What's in your wallet?
Now is the time you're wondering, who's going to win? You or the swimsuit? Good thing you know that the Special K Challenge can help you lose an inch off your waist in 2 weeks. Now enjoy a greater variety of delicious ways to help you reach your goal. Are you ready to meet your swimsuit challenge? Go to Yahoo, search Special K to design your victory plan.
I just told him, do your best. Build a car you're proud of. Of course, winning's not bad either.
The Subaru Forester, Motor Trend's 2009 Sport Utility of the Year. Isn't it nice when honest virtues win? For 300 years, these men and these horses trained for war. Now, they do ballet. Kind of gives you hope for the world, doesn't it? The Royal Lipizzaner Stallions.
At the Rose Garden. Tickets are on sale now at ComcastTix.com.
Watch the PGE Solve Starlight Parade Saturday night at 9. From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A woman is staying with relatives this morning after fire damaged her Hillsborough home. That fire began around 11:30 last night on Northeast Edison Street. The woman made it out safely. Firefighters credit a working smoke alarm. They rescued one of her dogs from the flames. No word yet how the fire started. Well, keep your eyes on the skies today for a number of Memorial Day flyovers. The Oregon National Guard has a dozen of them planned around the state. The final one will be over Waterfront Park in Portland around 3 p.m., which will cap Portland's largest Memorial Day commemoration. It's the Danner Memorial Day March down NATO Parkway. That march will start at 1:30. In the meantime, the governor has ordered all flags to fly at half-staff until noon today. Let's check in with Dave Selesky. He has the latest on your holiday weather.
Nothing but blue sky and sunshine, Brenda, for the rest of today. Memorial Day, great weather out there, and a fantastic picture from our OHSU tram cam. Live first alert Doppler 8000. Nothing going on out there. So we're going to have sunny skies today. A few brief morning clouds. Today's high up to 75 degrees. But look at this. The rest of the weekend, even next weekend, fair, dry, and warm.
Right now, bring into any Mattress World a discount card, a club card, or a military ID and receive an additional 10% off our already lowest prices. Choose from the largest selection of mattresses in the Northwest.
New Alpenrose Organic. Nature makes our milk.
Curtis Trailers has a surplus of new 2008 models left over from last year. Browse our remaining 2008 sale models at curtistrailers.com and choose from Oregon's largest selection at Curtis Trailers, Portland and Beaverton.
For more than a decade, only Hyundai can say America's best warranty. Today, only Hyundai can say we'll send you money for driving our vehicles. Tell your friends, tell your family that you're getting up to $650 a month till the end of the year. And in times like these, only Hyundai can say if you lose your income, you can return the Hyundai, but keep the money. It's all a part of the Hyundai Assurance. Right now, only Hyundai can say sales event. Get up to $5,500 in total savings. Visit your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers today.
I almost quit the job I loved because of back pain. I tried everything. Nothing worked. Then I found Z-Coil, and the pain disappeared.
Visit Z-Coil Pain Relief Footwear, 2532 Northeast Broadway, just 10 blocks east of Lloyd Center in Portland.
Don't punish me with brutality. Come on and talk to me so that you can say what's going on.
7:30 now on this Monday morning, May 25th, 2009. That is the newly crowned American Idol, Chris Allen. And I'll tell you what's going on. Chris is going to be here this Thursday to perform live on the Plaza. And he won't be alone because runner-up Adam Lambert will sing as well. A double shot of Idol live on Thursday right here on Today. Meantime, inside Studio 1A, I'm Lester Holt along with Natalie Morales. Matt and Meredith have the day off.
And speaking of singers who are looking for their big break, how about Susan Boyle? You know, we haven't seen her in 6 weeks. The Scottish singing sensation took the stage on Britain's Got Talent for a second time, though, last night since her audition. So how did she do? Did she wow once again? We're going to take a listen as you're hearing a little bit of it there now. We're going to talk with 2 of the judges on the show in just a moment.
Also had the secrets locked away inside Vatican City. What did the makers of the new movie Angels and Demons get right? And what other mysteries did they perhaps miss? We're going to go behind the scenes of the real holy city to find out. And later, how to make today's Memorial Day picnic both delicious and diet-friendly.
Oh, diet-friendly, not so much. Okay, first, though, let's get right to Susan Boyle and her latest performance on Britain's Got Talent. A live performance with millions once again watching. NBC's Donna Friesen has the details.
The first time she took to this stage, she won the hearts of millions. But this, the semifinals of Britain's Got Talent, was live on TV. And at first, the pressure showed. But this unassuming, unemployed charity volunteer rose to the occasion. Once again, her soaring voice captivated the crowd. And the judges. She's made it through to the final.
It was really good tonight.
Good girl.
I had a chance to speak to Boyle and some of the other contestants before the semi-final.
I'm a little bit scared. Are you? Yeah, but that's a good scary feeling because you have to have that.
And you just get one chance and it's live. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Do the nerves help you a little bit?
Well, they should help you to really concentrate on your act and do your best.
Give it both battles.
And what about seeing Simon Cowell and the other judges? Boyle says she hardly knows they're there.
You're in your own little bubble.
I dreamed a dream. Maybe she is on stage, but off it, she's a global sensation, catapulted from obscurity to fame. Millions have watched her online. And if it's true imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, then Jay Leno is a fan. And so is Homer Simpson.
My dream is to become a great singer like Susan Boyle.
Boyle is the favorite to win, but she's got some stiff competition. 39 other semifinalists will be battling their nerves and each other throughout this week before the final on Saturday.
My dream now is to do the best I can and perhaps get a career out of it. You shall see.
Boyle seems well on her way.
Hey, listen to you, Pam. Here's it, baby!
Appearing to love every minute of her newfound fame. For today, Donna Friesen, NBC News, London.
And Piers Morgan and Amanda Holden are two of the judges on Britain's Got Talent. They're in London with us this morning. Good morning to both of you.
Hello.
Good morning.
What a night once again for Susan Boyle. Did she really deliver? We heard she struggled just a little bit. Did she have a case of the nerves, Piers?
Well, you can't really blame her. I mean, this is a woman who's gone from total obscurity a month ago to being the most famous woman on the planet. I think as she walked out to sing, you could see she was absolutely racked with nerves.
Terrified.
And when she missed the first note, we were all like, oh, no, don't, come on, Susan. And then I saw her actually sort of beat her chest.
Yeah.
And say, right, come
she
on.
wasn't beating her chest.
Well,
She was holding onto her diaphragm to control her nerves. Beating her chest.
That just adds to the
Whatever she
picture
was
of her.
doing, it worked, because she then hit those big notes, and it was magical
and that was the
again.
main thing. But you're right. She was a little bit wobbly at the start, understandably.
and you all
my
gave-
heart was in my mouth.
You all gave her a standing ovation, though, and she actually won the vote from the public, so she automatically advances now into the finale. Do you think the performance last night, though, really solidifies her, though, as the front runner as she heads into the finals on Saturday?
Oh, yeah, I mean, she's the red-hot favourite and has been, obviously, since that audition. I mean, she's an amazing character, and I think that the whole of Britain's fallen in love with her. The whole of America certainly has fallen in love with her. And I think that last night was the first test with the public vote as to whether the public were actually going to ring up and say, we want you in the final, and they did. So Susan's off and running. The Boyle phenomenon continues, and I can tell you that at the end of the show last night, after doing her little dance to me and saying, here's you, baby, she found me out the back, and she broke her duck. She came and gave me a big kiss on my lips.
Oh, no. So now she can't say she's never been kissed.
She has now. She said, I've been kissed now, haven't I? It was very exciting. I felt very proud to be the man who did it.
This is where she could start losing votes if she keeps on with this obsession with Piers, because this is the only thing I don't understand about her. I just
Maybe
think
she needs to kiss you, Amanda.
America do not understand.
Meanwhile, Amanda, a lot has been made, of course, about her appearance, and there were some claims earlier on that she had a mini makeover, but she seemed to look sort of like her old self last night, though a little bit dressed up there in her dress. Simon even apologized for you all on behalf of the judges for her first performance, having some preconceived ideas of what she was all about. So do you think it's a good thing for her to keep this look going?
To be absolutely honest, I think if you're a woman and the whole world is calling you a hairy angel and they're insulting you, I think that you're going to make your hair look a bit prettier and you're going to put some lipstick on. Any woman with any kind of pride and dignity would do the same. It's not a makeover. She's just kind of done her hair.
I thought she looked absolutely beautiful last night. I have to say, she looked really radiant.
Yeah. But not too much, you know?
Yeah. Now, is there a little concern, though, that she's been a little too much overexposed? You know, here, of course, on American Idol, we saw that Adam Lambert, the whole upset, he was the clear front runner going into American Idol, and it turns out that Chris Allen ended up stealing the title from him. So is that something that Susan should be concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, this is the worry I had for her last night, is I think that people just assume that she's the front runner and just assume she might win the show, so they don't pick up the phone
but
and
hang
vote.
on. Let me check.
But it didn't happen. They picked up the phone and voted.
If Susan Boyle doesn't win Britain's Got Talent, then I'm a donut.
Can we hold you to that, Piers?
I don't think you're looking at a donut.
No, I don't think we are either.
Perhaps, Piers. He eats too many of them.
In fact, Piers, we need you because you're going to be the judge also on America's Got Talent for the 4th season. So there's a lot riding on that. We look forward to
I think Susan, as I keep saying, is throwing down the gauntlet to America, because I judge both shows. We start on June 23rd. Come on, America. You got to beat little old Susan.
There you go. That is a tall order, that's for sure. Piers Morgan, Amanda Holden, thanks so much. Have fun with this week.
Pleasure.
We'll be looking forward to
Thank you.
We're going to see more of them, of course, a lot this week. And just a reminder, America's Got Talent, meanwhile, premieres on June 23rd right here on NBC. Now let's get another check of the weather from the Weather Channel's Stephanie Abrams, who is in for Al.
Today's weather is brought to you by Ashley Furniture Home Store. You're going to love this place.
And we're joined now from Sailors here for Fleet Week. What has been the favorite thing you've seen so far in New York?
This right here?
This right here? And this guy, you went to Atlantic City. How much did you win?
Couple $100.
Couple $100. He's keeping it a little shady. Doesn't want to tell exactly how much. Now, all of the ships are in the Hudson River. You maybe not want to hop into the Hudson River today, but gorgeous along the southeast coast. That's where our water temperatures are in the 70s and 80s. Fantastic weather there. How about the forecast for the rest of the country? It's going to be nice with the exception of the southeast. That's where we will see a few rain showers. Now, here's a look at what's happening outside your door.
Good morning, Vancouver. For those of you who are up on this early Monday morning, Memorial Day, you have blue sky and sunshine. And looking across the I-5 bridge in the Columbia River, we have calm conditions. It's 50 right now here in Portland. Same thing over in Astoria. And we will have sun-filled skies for you for the rest of the day. 75 our high temperature. Tomorrow, a few more clouds in the morning hours, then mostly sunny skies and low 70s on Tuesday. Upper 70s and low 80s for the rest of the week.
Selena here has made it into the double digits. Happy birthday. If you want your birthday forecast, go to weather.com. Natalie, over to you.
Hi, Daddy. Oh, cute. So cute. Happy 10th birthday there, Stephanie. Thank you. Still to come, where would we be without it? Television turning 70 this year. We're going to take a look back at TV's greatest shows and moments. But first, these messages.
Newman in the right wrist. Oh, yes. Oh, please.
First link to human evolution.
A global television event. This changes everything. The Link on History.
There isn't anything else like it.
She will change history.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory Authorized prices. This beautiful two-piece sectional, just $5.99, plus no interest till 2013. Visit AshleyFurnitureHomestore.com for participating locations.
Bicycle, what are we waiting for? Zyrtec starts to relieve my allergies 2 hours faster than Claritin, so we won't have to wait as long to go for our ride. 24-hour Zyrtec works fast, so I can love the air.
Oh boy. Get ready for summer with unbeatable prices on everything you need to manage your weight. Looking great costs less at Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart.
It's hard to enjoy a sunny day when you're worried about your skin. Eucerin Everyday Protection SPF 15 moisturizes your skin while protecting it from UVA and UVB rays. Skin Cancer Foundation recommended. Eucerin Everyday Protection.
My fibromyalgia muscle pain is real, but I'm not the type of person to just lie down and quit. Not with all these people counting on me. I walked right in and asked my doctor about Lyrica. Lyrica is the #1 prescribed treatment for fibromyalgia pain, and it's not an antidepressant. Studies show Lyrica provides significant muscle pain relief in as early as 1 week for some patients. And with less pain, I know today is going to be a better day.
Lyrica is not for everyone. Tell your doctor about any serious allergic reaction that causes swelling or affects breathing or skin, or changes in eyesight, including blurry vision or muscle pain with fever or tired feeling. Lyrica may cause suicidal thoughts or actions in a very small number of people. Some of the most common side effects of Lyrica are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands and feet. Do not drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. You should not drive or operate machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you.
Help for fibromyalgia pain can start here. Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
Not a day goes by that someone doesn't ask me, what's going on with Saturn? Let me tell you what's going on with Saturn. We're still here. In the last few years, we've introduced 5 new models. Not small changes here. I'm talking about 5 brand new cars, not to mention 2 of the most affordable hybrids on the road. Saturn's a car company that was founded on doing things differently. And more importantly, it's the way we still are. At Saturn, we get it. That's why we're offering 0% APR for 60 months on most 09 vehicles.
Let Frisky's indoor wet cat food unlock the freshness and freedom of the outdoors for your indoor cat. Specially formulated to promote hairball control and healthy weight. Frisky's indoor wet cat food. Feed the senses.
Back now at 7:43, the shattered economy has left behind a trail of shattered lives. And while most people who face financial hardships find a way to cope, unfortunately for some, there seems to be no way out. Here's NBC's Ron Allen.
Looking back, the Verderos family now sees the warnings their son Daniel left. The phone call as his financial problems worsened.
I said, hi, honey. I said, how you doing? Any better today? And he said, today will be a good day. And I jumped all over that.
That private moment at home with his brother.
He had pulled me aside and was like, I just want to let you know that I purchased a gun.
7 days later, Daniel Verderos, a 33-year-old mortgage broker in Arizona, killed himself. Deep in personal debt, a partner at a small firm losing millions, with clients losing their homes and more.
He felt it was his fault, and whether it was or whether it wasn't, he took the whole burden upon himself.
As a parent, you think that you should have been able to see through that. That's the role of a parent, is to protect, no matter how old they are.
The Verderos family wanted to share their story because they know they're not alone. Suicide rates always tend to rise during economic downturns. In fact, one of the worst years on record is 1933, during the height of the Great Depression. Across the country, there are stories of deaths apparently related to this recession. Calls to suicide hotlines are up. David Kellerman, a top official at troubled mortgage giant Freddie Mac, was found dead at home. Police near Baltimore recently got this emergency call.
I'm calling from the Sheraton Baltimore North.
Yes, sir.
We have a dead body in one of our rooms here.
There were 4 bodies. William Parente, a lawyer and financial planner, had killed his wife, their 2 daughters, and then himself. He reportedly owed a client nearly $500,000. Bob and Mary Krenner lived next door.
If all these financial irregularities are now coming out, perhaps in his own twisted mind, he thought that this was the best alternative for the whole family.
This was a lovely, loving, warm, generous, kind, religious, spiritual, fun, happy, intact family up until this horrible event.
During the months since they lost their son, the Verderos family has thought a lot about why people take their own lives.
What you learn about suicide is it's all about perception. What tips someone over the edge in one circumstance is not going to do that to somebody else.
The truth is, I don't want to understand that, because I think when people start to understand that dark place, it means they're kind of headed down that same road.
A dark, violent place where they fear more might turn. Ron Allen, NBC News, Saratoga Springs.
We'll be right back after this.
Did we go back in time and space?
Look! T-Rex, the bumbling idiot of the dinosaur world.
Obviously, this is between you and him.
All right, you and I don't like each other. Only one will remain. Welcome to the Big Bang Theory. Oh, that blows.
Land of the Lost.
I have never done this before, and I am good.
Rated PG-13. Starts June 5th.
He's going with the long tongues. Would have gone short tongues, but he's a pro. Montreal steak, unbelievable flavor.
With the mouth-watering flavor of Grill Mates, you can grill like an expert. McCormick Grill Mates. Master the flame. Master the flavor.
The first topical serum with the facial filler dermatologists inject. Avon introduces a new Dermafil serum, injectable-grade filler that restores the look of youthful contours. Only from Avon. Call your Avon representative for a new Dermafil and say hello tomorrow. Twizzlers. The twist you can't resist.
I want to let you in on a delicious secret. Did you know that every glass of Mott's apple juice has 2 servings of real fruit inside? Mott's gives us the purely delightful flavor we love, the healthy fruit we need. A secret like Mott's is worth sharing.
When morning comes in the middle of the night, it affects your entire day. To get a good night's sleep, try 2-layer Ambient CR. The first layer dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep. And unlike other sleep aids, a second dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. When taking Ambient CR, don't drive or operate machinery. Sleepwalking and eating or driving while not fully awake with memory loss for the event, as well as abnormal behaviors such as being more outgoing or aggressive than normal, confusion, agitation, and hallucinations may occur. Don't take it with alcohol as it may increase these behaviors. Allergic reactions such as shortness of breath, swelling of your tongue or throat may occur and in rare cases may be fatal. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. In patients with depression, worsening of depression, including risk of suicide, may occur. If you experience any of these behaviors or reactions, contact your doctor immediately. Wake up ready for your day. Ask your healthcare provider for 2-layer Ambient CR.
Back now at 7:48, and in just 10 days, the Tom Hanks film Angels and Demons has raked in more than $81 million at the domestic box office. It's been described by the Vatican as harmless entertainment and maybe a bit of fun. But just how accurate is the movie and what secrets still remain at the Vatican? We sent NBC's Keith Miller to investigate.
We are under attack from an old enemy.
The Illuminati themselves have returned to Rome. This is the truth.
What is the truth? Are the details of Angels and Demons fact or fiction? And what other stories are out there? The Vatican is a city of mystery.
There's a hidden trail through Rome itself. This is the first marker.
That is the Sistine Chapel.
Historian Bryn Jenkins runs Angels and Demons tours around the Vatican.
In the building there, in the book, is the Chapel of Illuminati.
The landmarks link the plot of Dan Brown's story about an ancient and deadly rivalry between church and science, and a secret cult bent on annihilation.
Castel Sant'Angelo has a corridor in
Secret passage.
Exactly, from the Vatican.
As Dan
Brown talks about.
That is true. But although the locations are real, some of the details of what goes on in the Vatican are less accurate, say experts.
The new pope is yet to be selected.
Set during a papal conclave, there is intrigue and secrecy. But in reality, when the doors of the Sistine Chapel shut, the cardinals are not locked up 24/7. The chapel is not lit by candlelight, and the central character played in the movie by Ewan McGregor would have been a cardinal, not a humble priest.
When Dan Brown writes about the conclave for electing the Pope, he gets something wrong on virtually every page.
That's Illuminati.
And what about the Pope killing off cardinals?
The Illuminati were a secret society dedicated to scientific truth.
They did exist. It was for a fairly brief space of time, and the aims he attributes to them were the aims that they claimed for themselves. But they weren't murderous killers.
The film portrays a history of the Roman Catholic Church that is both dark and mysterious. But there are some who say there are other secrets hidden behind the walls of the Vatican. This is the Vatican Archive, some 50 miles of books and manuscripts, home, some say, to all sorts of amazing treasures, waiting to be uncovered. In fact, earlier this year, an archivist stumbled upon a gem, a document that seems to show that the mysterious Brotherhood of the Knights Templar owned and worshipped the Shroud of Turin. Through the centuries, there have been 265 popes. Most of them have been good and holy men. But there is a tale that one of them wasn't even a man at all. Over 1,000 years ago, according to the story, on this back street in Rome, Pope John fell to the ground and gave birth to a child, creating the legend of Pope Joan.
From about the 12th, 13th century onwards, in all the books of the Pope, these are books that were written by archbishops, cardinals, papal secretaries. They all tell the story of Pope John, Pope Joan.
This city, like the movie, is thick with mystery, where any character can get in on the act. For today, Keith Miller, NBC News Rome.
Have you seen the movie?
I have. haven't, no. Of course, it's a follow-up to Da Vinci Code, so it seems interesting.
Yeah, it looks good. On this Memorial Day, we need your help with a special project supporting the men and women of the military and their families. We're looking for pictures of your loved ones who serve in the armed forces, maybe it's a son or a daughter, mother or father, anyone you know.
All you need to do is just log on to our website, todayshow.com, to find out how you can send us your photos.
Meanwhile, still ahead, the cast of Broadway's Rock of Ages rocks our plaza. But first, your local news and weather.
It's been an industry leader for generations. Born of a rich performance heritage, equipped with breakthrough safety features, and wrapped in a classic, timeless look. We believe great cars take a vision not everyone shares. Hurry into the spring event by Mercedes-Benz for exceptional offers on the 2009 E-Class and other models, going on right now at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Do you have what it takes to be a citizen of our nation? And will you solemnly swear to start every day by asking, why not? Declare your independence. Become a citizen of our nation. Royal Caribbean, the nation of why not?
What's our favorite part of Honey Bunches of Oats?
The sparkling flakes.
The Honey Baked Bunches!
The magic's in the mix. My favorite part? Eating it.
Honey Bunches of Oats. Taste the joy we put in every spoonful.
Commute. Commute. Shuttle. Shuttle A. With McDonald's McCafe, a better day is possible. Introducing Hotter Iced Mocha with freshly ground espresso, real steamed milk, and decadent chocolate. Cubicle. There you go. Thanks. Cubicle A. If you haven't tried a mocha yet, McCafe your day.
Hi there. Time Magazine raves. Disney Pixar's Up is a triumph.
Yes!
The 3D is spectacular. It's funny, funny, funny.
I have just met you, and I love you. Squirrel!
Disney Pixar's Up, rated PG, starts Friday.
I love you.
With rheumatoid arthritis, it seems like my life is split in two. There's the life I live.
And the life I want to live.
Fortunately, there's Enbrel. Enbrel can help relieve pain, stiffness, fatigue, and stop joint damage.
Because Enbrel suppresses your immune system, it may lower your ability to fight infections. Serious, sometimes fatal events, including infections, tuberculosis, lymphoma, and nervous system and blood disorders have occurred. Before starting Enbrel, your doctor should test you for tuberculosis. Also, ask your doctor if you live in an area with a greater risk for certain fungal infections. Don't start Enbrel if you have an infection like the flu. Tell your doctor if you're prone to infections, have cuts or sores, have had hepatitis B, have been treated for heart failure, or if, while on Enbrel, you experience persistent fever, bruising, bleeding, or paleness. Help bridge the gap. Ask your rheumatologist if Enbrel is right for you and about our copay and financial support programs.
Hello, we're Ocean Spray Growers, here to tell you about our new cran pomegranate juice drinks.
These are visual aids.
This is a pomegranate. Like the cranberry, it's what folks call a superfruit that tastes, well, super. The pomegranate has been prized by civilizations since ancient times.
He would know.
New Ocean Spray Cran Pomegranate Juice Drinks, also available in light and diet.
Summers are great, but kids can lose 2.5 months worth of what they learned in school. Don't let them fall behind. Call Sylvan. In just 3 hours a week, over 12 weeks, you will see results in your child's reading or math performance, improving 1 grade level guaranteed.
As a mom, I'm a great believer in Nutella, a delicious hazelnut spread that I use to get my kids to eat healthy foods. I spread a little on all kinds of healthy things like multigrain toast. Every jar has wholesome, quality ingredients like hazelnuts, skim milk, and a hint of delicious cocoa. And Nutella has no artificial colors or preservatives. It's quick, it's easy, and at breakfast, I can use all the help I can get.
Nutella. Breakfast never tasted this good.
Summers are great, but kids can lose 2.5 months worth of what they learned in school. Don't let them fall behind. Call Sylvan. In just 3 hours a week, over 12 weeks, you will see results in your child's reading or math performance, improving 1 grade level guaranteed.
Join in the fun and upload your pet pics to KGW.com. From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A 7-year-old girl is expected to recover after police say her mother either pushed or dropped the girl and her brother off the Selwood Bridge. The boy did not survive. The mother of those kids is in jail this morning on suicide watch. She faces murder charges and could be in court tomorrow. Gresham police say a man who shot his ex-girlfriend in the chest did it as their 1-year-old child watched. Police are looking for that man, 37-year-old Marcelino Diaz Rivera. Police think he may have left the area. His ex-girlfriend is in the hospital. It's 7:57 now with a look at the Memorial Day weather forecast. Here's Dave Selesky.
Boy, you just can't beat it out there, Brenda. Take a look at our sky cam this morning out of Pacific City. Great shot, as you can see, the crowds already lining up. And look at the surf conditions out there at low tide, very light surf. No advisories issued this morning for the offshore waters. Here in Portland, same sky conditions, blue sky, a little warmer though. We're 50 degrees right now. And temperature this hour in Hillsborough is at 44, 49 in Troutdale, and also 49 across the river in Vancouver. Forecast today, sunny skies. At noon, we're 65. Our daytime high is 75, and it's dry for the rest of the week. You're watching KGW News Channel 8.
KGW News Channel 8 leads the community again.
A full half hour of in-depth interviews and insight into our area's most important issues.
Straight Talk, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Possible in part by Mika IBEW Local 48.
Another one bites the dust. A-Boy Plumbing and Electrical in Vancouver, Tigard, Northwest Vaughan, and Foster Road is going out of business. Save on designer fixtures, vanities, and tools. Everything is on sale to clear out. Come in and save today at A-Boy.
It's time to raise the bar and replace your old mayo with the full flavor of Kraft Mayo with olive oil. With the rich taste of imported olive oil and half the fat and calories of Hellmann's Real Mayo, your sandwich will never be the same. Kraft Mayo with olive oil. It's the new standard in mayo.
They really capture the 80s spirit with some songs you will know.
I can't wait. Don't Stop Believing, one of them.
Don't Stop Believing.
You can sing from home as well. And good morning to you once again. I'm Natalie Morales, along with Lester Holt. Matt and Meredith are enjoying the Memorial Day off. And besides today, of course, being your favorite TV show of all time, what else is on the list?
Oh, goodness.
Archie was great.
Yeah, the Cosby Show. I think Andy Griffith Show, I think, was a classic. I loved them all. Partridge Family. I grew up watching TV. I love TV.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. The Carol Burnett Show was great. There's the Cosby Show. From Lucy to Archie, Mary to Johnny, television has changed the world forever. And just ahead, if you can believe it or not, it's actually been 70 years since television has been around. We're going to celebrate A very big birthday with a look back at some of the most memorable shows of all time and characters coming up.
Also, Memorial Day is a time when we get together with family and friends and have a good time, but it's also a day to remember the men and women who have died serving our country. This morning, we are going to visit a special place in Washington, D.C., where thousands of World War II veterans are paying tribute to their fallen comrades. That's coming up.
All right. And first, though, before we get to all of that, let's go back inside for a check of the top stories. Amy Robach is in for Ann Craig. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Natalie and Lester. Good morning, everyone. And this morning, President Obama accused North Korea of recklessly challenging the international community amid an underground nuclear test today. North Korea is also claiming it test-fired 3 short-range missiles. NBC's Jim Miklashevsky is at the Pentagon. So, Mick, what is the latest?
Well, Amy, U.S. officials tell NBC News it's going to take a couple of days to confirm exactly what happened here, but senior officials saying there's no reason to doubt North Korea's claim that they tested an underground nuclear device that registered 4.7 on the Richter scale. And just last month, North Korea also tested a long-range intercontinental ballistic missile aimed at reaching the United States or Hawaii or Alaska, a test which apparently was an abysmal failure. But at the same time, it appears that North Korea, according to U.S. officials, through all this, is trying to gain international attention or perhaps even extract some kind of concessions in international talks to dismantle North Korea's nuclear program. But whatever North Korea's motives, the only response here is diplomatic, not military, and there could be an emergency session of the UN by later this afternoon, Amy.
Jim Miklashevsky at the Pentagon, thank you. Well, New York City is confirming its second death linked to the swine flu. Health officials say the woman who died over the weekend was in her 50s and had underlying health conditions. Nationwide, at least 11 people have died from the virus. Florida's governor is asking the president to declare Volusia County a federal disaster area. This as thousands of residents begin to assess the damage after nearly a week of massive rains. Damage is estimated at more than $50 million. And strong storms blew through the Northeast Sunday. In Connecticut, strong winds knocked down power lines and some trees onto homes. A Washington State man was killed Sunday after he lost control of his Jeep and flew off the road, landing on top of at least a dozen vehicles at a dealership. And on this Memorial Day, President Obama marks the occasion laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery. Meantime, this morning in Kabul, Afghanistan, troops marked the holiday with a memorial ceremony to honor their fallen comrades. It is 8:04. Back to Natalie and Lester.
All right, thank you, Amy. And we've got a loud crowd here. This is getting ready for the Rock of Ages. But meanwhile, it's time to get another check of the weather. Stephanie Abrams is in for Al from the Weather Channel. Stephanie, good. Yeah.
Hey there, Natalie. Good morning to you. We have a 14-year-old from Texas celebrating her birthday, Miranda, who loves the 80s, which is awesome. In style, what's your favorite 80s song?
Don't Stop Believing.
Can you give me a little air guitar as we head to the maps there? A little song? Yeah! All right. Our pick city today is Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, and we are going to see our temperatures above average. 80 degrees. Our average high this time of year is 74. How about the rest of the country? No rain in Wilkes-Barre. It looks like the southeast is where we'll all be at. Otherwise, we're seeing nothing but sunshine. All right, now here's a check of what's happening outside your door.
Just like the rest of the state, Sun River has fair skies for you on this Monday morning for Memorial Day. A little chilly over there. Temperatures this morning are in the mid-30s, but you are going to be warming up into the mid and upper 70s in Central Oregon at Sun River and other locations. The temperatures right now, Hillsboro's fair, but 44 degrees, 43 this hour in McMinnville, and 48 down in Aurora. Our forecast, some brief morning clouds, then sunshine. High today is going to be 75 and 70s and 80s for the rest of the week.
You guys went through the 80s, right? Celebrating your 25th anniversary. Lester, over to you.
All right, Stephanie, thanks. Up next, where would we be without it? As television turned 70, we'll look back at some of TV's most memorable shows. Plus, Broadway's Rock of Ages performs live on the Plaza. But first, these messages.
First link to human evolution.
A global television event. This changes everything. The Link on History.
There isn't anything else like it.
She will change history.
Like mayo should taste like mayo. It shouldn't taste like air.
It tastes like something even I would eat. I don't need light anything.
Best Foods Light. Double whisk to bring out the great taste of Best Foods.
If it's not Best Foods Light, it's not worth eating.
Best Foods Light. It's time for real taste.
Prescription drug prices. Everyone's talking about them. But now we can actually do something about them.
At Walmart, the prices are unbeatable.
Over 300 prescriptions are just $4.
$4. Imagine that.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
When planning for retirement these days, the forecast is full of ifs. If I'm too exposed to downturns, if I'll go through my savings too fast. To help you feel more confident, consider putting a portion of your savings in a MetLife variable annuity. When the market goes up, it gives your assets the potential to grow while protecting you if the market goes down with a steady stream of income. Let America's #1 annuity provider help you stay on course with guarantees for the if in life. Get answers about annuities at MetLife.com.
I was always sluggish and tired. Now I feel full of energy. My body feels better than it has in years.
My digestive tract is happy.
Kellogg's All Brand with natural wheat bran fiber to work for you. In just 10 days, All Brand cleanses your system to help your body work a little better, leaving you feeling lighter, happier, and more energetic. The Kellogg's All Brand 10-day promise. Put us to work for you. SPF measures UVB rays, not UVA rays. Rays that can cause skin damage and even skin cancer. That's why Neutrogena created Ultra Sheer with Helioplex for the highest combined UVA, UVB protection. Get the best. Neutrogena Ultra Sheer.
It's back, and it's beefed up. It's Applebee's 2 for $20 deal, now including real burgers. Get 1 appetizer, 2 entrees, and a real night out for just $20. 2 for $20 is back, only at Applebee's. It's a whole new neighborhood.
It gives the world fewer smog-forming emissions. It gives you a 50 mile per gallon rating. The 3rd generation Prius. It's harmony between man, nature, and machine.
Back now at 8:09, it's made you laugh, it's made you cry. In fact, you're watching it right now. Television celebrates its 70th birthday this year, and what a 7 decades it has been. TV Guide's Matt Roush takes us on a walk down memory lane.
They basically wanted to flip the switch in 1939, and so to do that, they used the World's Fair as a great backdrop.
The eyes of the United States are fixed on the future.
FDR was the president, first president on TV. People look back at the 50s like it was a golden age, which in many ways it was. It was the early age. It was the infancy of television.
Thanks a million.
You had shows like Milton Berle's Texaco Star Theater and Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows. Milton Berle was Mr. Television because he sold televisions. His show was so popular, everybody had to have one.
Hey, kids, what time is it? Ho, 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 ho.
Howdy Doody was the first major children's star. Everybody wanted to be in the peanut gallery. The early sitcoms were all built around larger-than-life personalities like Jackie Gleason and Lucille Ball.
Mine about a meaty match.
TV changed the world in the 50s. People had to reschedule their PTA meetings so they wouldn't be on Monday nights, so they could be home and watch I Love Lucy. Our habits were all built around waking up with shows like today.
We'll be with you every day for 2 hours in the morning, a new kind of television.
Going to bed with Johnny Carson, and whatever his monologue was for the night was going to help define the way you looked at the world. There are so many moments you think about only as a TV experience, whether it was Elvis Presley or the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. There was a sense of shared experience in the early days of television. The 60s became a time when the Western became king. Gunsmoke and Bonanza.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
With all the social turmoil going on during the 60s, people were watching very silly comedies like Beverly Hillbillies. It was the #1 show for years. But there was also great fantasy in the terms of there was Bewitched, or The Munsters, I Dream of Jeannie.
Good morning, Master.
The 60s culture was largely ignored by TV until Laugh-In came along.
Suck it to me!
Archie Bunker changed everything on television.
Get away from me!
The 70s was the era where TV truly grew up. The comedies became more relevant. By the end of the 70s, we had dramas like Hill Street Blues and St. Elsewhere. But definitely the comedies set the mark. Having Archie Bunker expose the prejudices of our society, it became the linchpin to a Saturday night of great TV comedy that people still think of by their first names, Mary, Bob, and Carol. Mary Tyler Moore, also a groundbreaking pioneer in doing a single woman in the real world. When MASH went off the air, we had become so attached to those people that the finale episode attracted the largest audience in TV history at the time. The 80s were a time of excess, and they were represented in the primetime soaps. Dallas was the biggest hit for years. Everybody wanted to know who shot JR. The biggest news of the 80s was the arrival of Bill Cosby to rescue TV comedy. The image that The Cosby Show was projecting was one of an upper-middle-class African-American family. You'd not really seen that depicted on TV. And because of the success of The Cosby Show, Thursday night became a true night of must-see TV.
What are those? Fake nipples.
HBO really pushed the envelope in terms of what you could do on television toward the end of the 90s. In the 2000s, what nobody saw coming was the arrival of reality television. American Idol comes along, a talent competition, a singing competition. It sounded so cheesy, and it still is the #1 show on TV.
You will sell more records than any other previous Idol winner.
TV is the thing this year.
I can't imagine TV ever going out of fashion, in part because it's still one of those few things that can bind us together as a people.
Ricky, wait a minute. Let's not watch television tonight.
Not watch television!
And now here's Lester.
Natalie, thanks. Now to a small group of U.S. Special Forces who secretly entered Afghanistan in October of 2001 and rode into war against the Taliban on horseback. Their story is detailed in Doug Stanton's new book, Horse Soldiers. He's with us this morning along with Colonel Mark Mitchell, one of the brave soldiers profiled in the book. Good morning to both of you.
Thank you.
Good morning. Doug, this is a fascinating account. When I think of U.S. Army troops on horseback, I'm thinking back to the days of the cavalry. Tell me, set the scene for me. This is right after the 9/11 attacks. What's happening?
These guys in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, they become Plan A. They're the whole reason we're going to go into Afghanistan and get the camps that sponsored the attacks of 9/11.
So, Colonel Mitchell, you guys go in there. As Green Berets, you're trained to interface with the local population and to do sneaky guerrilla-type tactics. But suddenly you're confronted with the idea of having to fight this war on horseback.
Right. It's a big challenge. The terrain there is incredibly difficult, and we have to adapt to working on horseback, and it works very well.
And you're working with the troops of the Northern Alliance. That's the way they had traditionally fought battles.
Correct. They had been holed up in the mountains in central Afghanistan, and that's how they moved around. And so we work with them, and that's how we moved around.
And Doug, let me back up again. You're dealing with Green Berets. These are folks that don't live in the limelight, don't really relish the limelight. How difficult was to get them to open up and begin to tell this story and piece it together?
It was quite a challenge, but I really wanted to write this story so that the general reader would understand who these folks were that kind of were our answer to that moment in history. And so my questions were really about what it felt like, smelled like, and just it was a very emotional story. It seemed epic to me, and so I kept going in that direction, and they began to appreciate the fact that this was kind of their story that was untold.
And as you read this account, you look at this culture shock, Colonel Mitchell. It's not just the horse, but just the weapons that the Northern Alliance and the Afghans are fighting with. I think one sergeant in the book describes it. It's like the Flintstones meet the Jetsons here. Right. How quickly did the two groups gel as a effective fighting force?
very quickly. There was initial tension, and we really weren't sure how it would be received, but we managed to use our training, cross-cultural communications, the skills that we had learned as Special Forces soldiers to integrate rapidly, and became a very effective force. It took us about 10 days from the time I got on the ground until we were standing in Mazar-i-Sharif.
And Mazar-i-Sharif was the goal here, because that was the key to taking Afghanistan. We should know you got the Distinguished Service Cross for your work there. The unit was incredibly effective. Then things turned south on you at a prison uprising, an ambush. Explain what happened there. Apparently it's one of the biggest urban battle scenes we've seen in years.
There was approximately 600 hardcore foreign fighters that had surrendered, were taken to the fortress at Kalai Jangi. At the same time, a lot of other battles were going on west or in the east in Kunduz. They rioted. They killed CIA officer Mike Spann, took control of the prison, and I was the senior ground commander of the force that went in to retake that prison.
And Doug, when you hear this story, and we should point again, these were soldiers operating immediately after 9/11. We now know the military has taken a huge shift towards special operations type tactics now. But what they were able to pull off, basically being part of a Cold War army, is extraordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is 12 guys leaving Kentucky in the middle of the night to go into Afghanistan and do in 2 months what the Pentagon thought might take a year. And they did achieve their victory, which was to collapse the Taliban. And it's an incredible story.
And we should note, for anyone who may want to read this, that it's not just a battle story. It's also about what's going on the home front with families. It's got to be incredibly tough. We were talking. I came from a military family. I know your wife came from a military family. But in your line of work, your families don't know where you are or what you're doing. How much stress was that causing at home?
Sometimes I think it can actually lower the stress when they don't know exactly where we are. But it's a challenge for all military families, one that the Special Forces has to deal with. And I think our families are pretty well adapted to that, and they've done very well dealing with that.
And I know we honor those families and all those who've served today and given their lives in the line of duty. And we appreciate you both being here this morning. It's an important book. The book is called Horse Soldiers. Doug Stanton, Colonel Mark Mitchell. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you. And now here's Natalie.
Lester, thank you. And on this Memorial Day, thousands of Americans will visit the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. It's a special place. And in recent years, over 17,000 veterans of that war have flown in to see it for themselves. Newsweek columnist and NBC News analyst Jonathan Alter took the trip recently with his own favorite member of the greatest generation.
He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie.
It's 0500 hours at Chicago's Midway Airport, and 80 World War II veterans, many in wheelchairs, are up very early for a memorable journey.
That's the time we leave us.
They've been to some terrifying places 6 decades ago.
Battle of the Bulge. Iwo Jima.
Men who grew up in the Depression and fought fascism, battles that make today's challenges look easy by comparison.
First 4 days of the invasion, we had about 1,200 casualties that we treated aboard ship.
Today, with the help of green-shirted guardians from a nonprofit organization called Honor Flight Chicago, they've been given a chance to see the World War II Memorial in Washington before they die. Some folks make a point of coming out to honor them, while others, like this Iraq war vet, just happen to pass by.
Makes me feel good to be able to come out here and greet these gentlemen and give them maybe the welcome home that they didn't get.
First stop, the Iwo Jima Memorial. Does this bring back memories of Iwo Jima?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Some of the guys on my ship were up there.
One of the veterans is my dad, Jim Alter, wearing the same bomber jacket he wore when he flew 31 combat missions in a B-24 over Nazi Germany.
So I like the jacket. Well, it doesn't fit me anymore because it shrunk.
Yeah, nice try. That's your story and you're sticking with it. The jacket shrunk. My dad's a little uncomfortable with all the fuss, but at the World War II Memorial, he finally gives me an interview. Any way of assessing what your odds were of getting killed?
When we got over there, it was 25 missions. And then when I got up to about 17 or 18, they made it 30 missions. And as I was approaching 30, they made it 35. And the war ended. I knew I was never going to finish. Thank goodness we were able to see it before we we go to that big castle in the sky. Washington, these weary but happy veterans begin the journey home. En route, a ritual they remember from their days in the military.
Mail call! Mail call!
Richie Debbie! Man, did I get it.
Isn't that something?
My eyes are watering, I can't see.
I don't know that.
And this one's from me. You may not know it, but I brag about you at least as much as you and Mom brag and bragged about me, maybe more. I've uttered more than my share of conversational non-sequiturs that more or less amount to the same thing. My dad flew 31 combat missions in a B-24 over Nazi Germany. I hope this day can help convey in some small way my appreciation. Midway Airport, 10:30 p.m. More than 1,000 people have come out to welcome their heroes home. And honor, sweet honor, the last chapter of their lives. For today, Jonathan Alter, NBC News, with my father and his comrades in honors.
And our thanks to Jonathan Alter and his father for that beautiful story. It is 8:23 once again. Here's Lester.
A terrific story, Natalie. Thanks. You've heard of a cut and a shave. Well, at some African-American-owned barbershops, clients are now getting a cut and a checkup. NBC's Michael Oku explains.
When Brian Dunnigan decided to drop in for a trim, he was delighted with the cut.
I like it like that now.
But he would soon receive some startling news.
If I had known that they were here, I probably would have told my friend, no, let's go to another barbershop.
Tucked away in this barbershop, healthcare volunteers giving free health screenings.
This region of the country is in dire straits.
A novel idea launched by Bill Relaford, a doctor who saw a need.
African-American men are dying prematurely from preventable diseases.
Now, one Saturday every month, Dr. Relaford rallies healthcare volunteers to make house calls at black-owned barbershops across the country.
It's 180 over 104. Are you serious?
There's very few outreach programs that are targeting African-American men. That's why we believe the Black Barbershop program is so effective.
Studies show African-American men suffer high rates of diabetes and hypertension. Under age 50, heart failure at 20 times the rate of whites. Yet they're less likely to get regular checkups. So why do so many African-American men avoid getting a regular checkup? The reasons can be economic and are often deep-seated. They're more likely to be uninsured. And some African-American men just don't trust doctors, decades after the infamous Tuskegee syphilis study. That's when the government experimented with 399 black men without telling them they had the deadly disease or treating them.
The legacy of mistrust from the Tuskegee experiment still resonates in the black community.
But today, at the Tight Edge Barbershop in Shreveport, Louisiana, the talk is about health.
Hypertension is called the silent killer because a lot of people don't have signs.
Since its inception in 2007, the program has screened 7,000 men. And 1 in 3 learned he had a serious medical condition.
Just relax.
Remember Brian Dunnigan? The 43-year-old now vows to change his diet and exercise more after his blood pressure came in at 174 over 103.
It's definitely a surprise because I had no idea.
Dr. Bill Relaford and his volunteers, saving lives one haircut at a time. For today, Michael Oku, NBC News, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Really?
We're going to switch gears still ahead. 80s rock live in the plaza after your local news and weather.
Our best
bathroom never looked this good until I called 1-800-BATHTUB. Rebath remodels your bath in as little as 1 day, so there's no mess, no stress. Rebath converted our old bathtub into a new walk-in shower. Call 1-800-BATHTUB today about the nationwide sales event. Financing with huge discounts, no money down, no payment, and no interest for a full year. Rebath is fast, affordable, and guaranteed for life. Call now 1-800-BATHTUB for a free consultation or info kit. That's 1-800-BATHTUB.
Forged by volcanoes, carved by glaciers, a world of wonder, adventure, and lots of sunscreen. This summer, escape, explore, exercise your smile muscles, experience everything under the sun. Now playing in Central Oregon. For epic deals and exclusive savings, log on to visitcentraloregon.com.
Northwest Cable News. Northwest news and weather 24 hours a day. From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A woman is staying with relatives right now after fire damaged her home in Hillsborough. The blaze began around 11:30 last night on Northeast Edison Street. The woman made it out safely. Firefighters credit a working smoke alarm. They rescued one of her dogs from the flames. No word yet how that fire started. Keep your eyes on the sky today for a number of Memorial Day flyovers. The Oregon National Guard has a dozen of them planned around the state. The final one will be over Waterfront Park in Portland around 3 p.m., which will cap Portland's largest Memorial Day commemoration, the Danner Memorial Day March down NATO Parkway. That will get underway at 1:30 this afternoon. Great weather for the holiday. Here's Dave with more on the forecast.
Boy, hard to beat this weather, Brenda. It's the best Memorial Day we've had in the past couple of years. High pressure dominates the entire weather pattern across the Pacific Northwest. We do have low pressure. It's offshore, but it's going to track off to the north of us, avoiding the entire Pacific Northwest. 52 degrees outside right now, and our daytime high is 75. You're watching KGW News Channel 8.
Experience the PGE Solve Starlight Parade on KGW News Channel 8 in HD. Capture the excitement of the sparkling marching bands and illuminated floats live from downtown Portland with your hosts, Brenda Braxton and Russ Lewis. The lights go on this Saturday at 9.
You start your own company because you want to succeed. Then suddenly, managing your business gets in the way of growing your business. You go from being business owner to being owner and IT department and data manager and on and on. Quest is here to help. Our fiber optic internet with Office Plus has built-in tools to streamline your business, like data backup to automatically back up your data online, and email faxing so you can send faxes directly from your computer. All this plus 99.9% network reliability allows us to take care of the things you don't want to. So you can get back to growing your business. Starting at just $19.99 a month, you'll get fiber optic internet with Office Plus, which includes data backup and email faxing. Call 1-877-405-4442 or visit us online today to try it for 30 days risk-free. And get back to business. Get Quest. Get nimble.
Meet Lisa, Tara, Jody, and Emily. They love Target because they can always get a bargain on their basics. But that's just the beginning of their high expectations. Tara expects her towels to take it. Lisa expects her handbag to handle it. Emily expects her tidy-whities to see tomorrow. And they don't mind getting checked out, as long as it's quick. So they shop Target, where they can always expect more and pay less.
Jay's final week on The Tonight Show is an all-star tribute with Billy Crystal, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Conan O'Brien. And tonight, Mel Gibson. Then Jimmy Fallon tonight on NBC.
8:30 now on the Memorial Day, Monday, May 25th, 2009. Does that music take you back just a little bit, maybe 20 years? We've got a few more 80s anthems coming up when the cast of the Tony-nominated Best Musical Rock of Ages performs live on our plaza. And the stars of the show, Constantine Maroulis and Amy Spanger, are here and ready to go. And, of course, American Idol fans will remember Constantine from season 4.
Season 4, I guess Carrie Underwood won the year.
That was the year she won, yeah.
But Constantine is awesome in the show. You're going to see that
performance coming up in a little bit.
Combines his two loves, because he loves the theater and obviously had the dreams of being a rock star as well. Kind of meshes well with the show.
Too. Absolutely. Speaking of Idol, by the way, and live music, who here is an American Idol fan? Who here loves the two, right? Well, Chris Allen and runner-up Adam Lambert are going to be here live for a very special concert on our plaza on Thursday. So if you're in here, you're going to want to be here for that. But that is not all, folks, because guess who's here on Friday? Taylor Swift. They all know her. Throughout the week, it is just jam-packed with great fun. So if you're in the area, come on down. We need you here.
Or just hang out and don't go away. There's always great music coming along. Meanwhile, ahead in this half hour, if you're packing up lunch for a day at the beach or the park, hang on, because the Food Network's Ellie Krieger is here to share some simple ideas to lighten the calorie load of some picnic favorites.
All right, plus we're going to tell you about some health mistakes you're probably making and you don't even realize it. So some important information coming up. But first, let's get a check of the weather from the Weather Channel's Stephanie Abrams. Stephanie, good morning again.
Good morning, Natalie. We have Jessica joining us now, who's a specialist in the U.S. Army. Just got back from Germany. Where are you going to now?
I'm going to Miami, Florida.
Miami, Florida. Training up there. I like that. Great weather in Miami. If you are headed outside, though, you need to make sure you put on the sunscreen. The higher the number on this map, the better chance you have of getting a sunburn. So look at Miami is at 11, the highest on the list. How about a look at the forecast for the rest of the country? The southeast is where we will see some rain. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine throughout much of the northern tier. Here's how a look at what's happening outside your...
Hi, everybody, at the Reserve Golf Club in Aloha. Perfect day for golf. We have fair skies this morning, and it's going to stay that way throughout the entire day. For that matter, throughout the entire week, we have fair skies in the forecast. We'll go from that picture at the Reserve to our OHSU tram cam, watching the sun come up over the eastern side of the city. And we will have sun-filled skies, I think, for the remainder of the day. Temperature today up to 75 degrees for your Memorial Day. Overnight low tonight, fair skies and 51, and sunny for tomorrow.
And we have some girls having a girls' weekend. I love Bama here. Lester, over to you.
Stephanie, thanks. Up next, the recipe for enjoying your Memorial Day picnic without ruining your diet. But first, this is Today on NBC.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory Authorized prices. This 3-piece queen bed, only $299, plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
Hot fudge brownie meets cool creamy ice cream. New Edward Singles a la mode. Individually packaged, ready from your microwave in less than a minute. Edward Singles. Share one with someone you love. Or not.
When your check engine light is on, it can cause concern. Is it a small problem or a large one? Put your mind at ease. Bring it to AMCO. Whatever it is, nobody can find it or fix it better. Check engine light on? Get it checked for free at AMCO. AA MCO.
Ah, summer. Time for swimsuits, shorts, tank tops, and a massive attack of insecurity. I used to go to ridiculous lengths to hide my body, but not anymore. I lost 40 pounds over a year and a half ago on Jenny Craig. With help from my personal consultant, Kathy, I lost the weight, and I gained confidence.
Now lose 20 pounds for $20, plus the cost of food. Call 1-800-JENNY20.
Stop hiding. Start loving your summer. Call Jenny today.
The time to buy is now during Kelly's Memorial Day sale. At Kelly's, save up to 40% on refrigerators, washers and dryers, cooking appliances, dishwashers, mattresses, big screens, and more. And make no down payment and pay no interest for 12 months. Hurry, it's happening now, only at Kelly's in Salem.
Back now at 8:35, and this morning on Take It Off Today, picnics made light. If you're getting ready to head to the park or the beach on this Memorial Day and you don't want to ruin your diet, well, we've got some low-calorie ideas. Ellie Krieger is a nutritionist and the host of the Food Network's Healthy Appetite. Ellie, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie.
So we love dining al fresco, and picnics are great things to take along with you, but usually they're oversaturated in fat and oils and all the good foods that you love. But you don't have to do that necessarily, right?
Exactly. You can have all the tastes and flavors and all those favorites, you know, coleslaw, potato salad, fried chicken, but you can have it in a healthier way, I think a fresher, more exciting way. And in the process, when it's all said and done for each person, you can save 1,000 calories.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing.
That's great. Well, let's take a look at what we have if we're packing a picnic lunch here. And starting off with your potato salad. Now, the regular recipe would have 360 calories, 19 grams of fat with all that mayo.
Yes.
What is the secret of your version? Just 115 calories, 5 grams of fat. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's a third of the fat and a fraction of the calories, and the trick is that instead of the same old goopy mayonnaise, I use pesto. It gives it a beautiful, fresh, herbal flavor.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Keep the skins on the potatoes, so that makes it more healthy, and just add some red peppers also. But the key is, instead of the goopy dressing, use some wonderful pesto, whether you make it yourself or even buy it in the jar. Either one works
Plus
great.
mayonnaise, you have to always be concerned, too, with the spoilage or whatever if you're out somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I always say, regardless, always pack your food, pack your picnic in an insulated cooler.
Important to remember.
Regardless.
Okay, now your coleslaw, too, and again, a traditional serving of coleslaw would have about 375 calories, 33 grams of fat. That's hard to believe. You'd
Isn't
think
that
it's supposed to be
amazing?
good for you,
Yeah,
right?
that's
with all
your
that
vegetable.
cabbage. Exactly, but yours, much different, 75 calories and 4 grams of fat.
Yeah, and here I'm using, you know, I like to mix up the vegetables, so it doesn't have to be just cabbage, but here I'm using jicama and red cabbage, so I'm making it interesting. But the dressing, the base is buttermilk, so that's low fat, and it gives a beautiful creamy tanginess, a little lime juice, and I use a little mayo, but a fraction of the mayo.
This is such a tease. There are no forks here for me to try it. Okay, so let's talk about the fried chicken recipe, because this is what looks so amazing.
Yeah.
And this is low fat, low calorie.
Exactly. And
So how do we do it?
And I'm going to show you how to do it. So basically, starting off here with just some non-fat yogurt, some egg white, some Dijon mustard, so there's lots of punch of flavor.
Right.
So there's lots of flavor in this. A little bit of salt.
Now here's the secret ingredient. What are the breadcrumbs made of?
Okay, so so I'm just going to whisk this together. The breadcrumbs here are corn flakes, some saltine, whole grain saltines, and I just kind of put those in a food processor, or you can crush them up with whatever you like. Anyway, just get that going.
Whisked,
and then just
top
put
your chicken first,
okay,
right?
So you're going to do your little dip, just like you would with regular fried
Okay.
chicken, but here's the thing. There's no skin on this chicken.
Right.
So
And
all
that's
of
the
your
key.
fat is in the skin of the chicken pretty much.
So the yogurt kind of just seals in the breadcrumbs
And,
or the
and the
cereal
yogurt is
crumbs.
also a tenderizer.
Okay.
So you can just kind of get
Coat it
that
up.
going.
There you go.
Like that. And just pop it on a baking tray. And that's the other thing.
No frying here. 'cause
No
that
frying.
would blow it for you.
But I like to spray it with some cooking oil so that it's nice and crispy. And this helps it really crisp up. So you just
any
spray
kind of
that.
cooking oil, or do you use
I
the
use
olive
canola.
or Okay.
Canola I like because it can take the heat really well.
Okay, and then you pop it in the oven. You bake it for
Pop
how
it in
long?
the oven for about 45 minutes.
Until
it comes
it's-
out crispy and delicious. I like to put a little cayenne in there too, so it has a little heat to it.
Delicious.
And then also, you want your dessert. You can have your dessert kneaded too.
Instead of low fat too?
Well, the thing is, yeah, it's lower in fat. It has about half the calories of your typical apple pie. All the calories in the pie are in the crust. So by doing it like this, you get your crust, but you do a single crust. It's easier to make.
Did you just take a regular crust and just flatten it out?
Well,
then
I
and-
made this crust, so it
Yeah.
has a little bit of butter, a little bit of oil, but it's just not
Gotta have a
full.
little bit.
Absolutely, a little bit makes
Gives it
it
that
flaky.
crisp.
You really need that.
Okay.
But the thing is, it doesn't have to be all out. And just by making these little tweaks, it's half the calories. And the
Looks delicious.
drink, okay, this is this lemon ginger iced tea that I make that I love. And I put,
try it.
please do. I'll have some too. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Memorial Day.
A little bit of honey in there.
Wow.
A typical iced tea
So
has
fresh.
10 teaspoons of sugar. This is half the calories.
So ginger, lemon, and honey.
And
right?
tea, and tea as
and
well,
tea, a
white
little bit
tea.
of tea. Delicious. Ellie Krieger, thanks so
Happy
much.
Memorial Day.
The recipes, by the way, on our website at todayshow.com. Coming up next, big hair and big music from the cast of Broadway's Rock of Ages. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Right now, bring into any Mattress World a discount card, a club card, or a military ID and receive an additional 10% off our already lowest prices. Choose from the largest selection of mattresses in the Northwest.
Well, don't bother coming to work on Monday. Yeah, just Give your dad that message, will you? No, he looks at me and he says, spreadsheet. No, I looked it up. Lemurs will eat your face off. Hey, your toes ever smell like vinegar?
14 down a snorkel. You're welcome.
Hey, Jimmy.
We understand what you've come to expect when you travel.
Hey, 20C, I'm in 20B. Take care of my neighbor. Hey!
Actually, I have an open aisle seat. Should be about 10 rows quieter.
Thanks. That's why we work hard to make things a little better. Alaska Airlines, north of expected.
Lottery games are based on chance and should be played for entertainment only, not investment purposes.
The U-Turn Challenge presented by First Tech Credit Union is underway. Follow the Portland participant as she gets on the road to a better financial life. Erin will learn how to make smart money decisions. And you can too. By utilizing the resources and tools at uturnchallenge.com, you can make a financial U-turn in your own life. So go to uturnchallenge.com now to follow their journey and learn how you can get on the road to financial success.
A must to see, the dancing white stallions, including the Airs Above the Ground, the world-famous Lipizzaner stallions.
Performing at the Rose Garden Friday, June 5th and Sunday, June 7th. Tickets are still available at ComcastTix.com.
The Toyota Concert Series on today. Brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, moving forward.
Now to a Broadway show that really rocks. Rock of Ages features some of the greatest music of the 80s, not to mention a lot of big hair. And now it's up for Best Musical at this year's Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Rock of Ages.
Just a city boy, born and raised in
Guys, we'll have one more for the cast of Rock of Ages in a moment, but first, this is Today on NBC.
Would you like to look younger without surgery? Vanderveer Center is the leading provider of non-surgical image enhancement known for its warm, discreet care and exceptional results. There's never been a better time to place your trust in the experts at Vanderveer Center.
What are you waiting for? You may never have this kind of buying power again. Now's the perfect time to get an amazing deal on a new Toyota. And now, you can lease the sporty 2009 RAV4 for just $249 a month. And get $1,000 in bonus lease cash. Hurry into Toyota's perfect timing event today.
Sexual messages bombard our kids every day. These voices create pressure and questions. But there is a voice that can make a difference. A voice your kids really want to hear. Yours. Help your kids make decisions they won't regret. Because if you're not sharing your values, there are plenty of other people who will. For support and ideas, visit TalkToThem.org. Because sex can wait, but talking can't.
Vanderveer Center helps men and women of all ages look years younger and pounds thinner without surgery, scars, or downtime. For the best in aesthetic medicine, call Vanderveer Center today at 503-443-2250 to schedule your complimentary consultation.
From American Idol with season 4, and Amy Spanger. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
How much fun is this show? Because, I mean, you put everything into each performance, and the audience really participates as well.
Yeah, we definitely thrive on the audience. Our fans are amazing. We have a great job.
Did you ever think, I mean, you're the first American Idol to come out of Idol and do something like this on Broadway, and Tony nominations, by the way, 5 Tony nominations. You're nominated as a lead actor.
Yeah, I'm very blessed, and it's a great opportunity. It's an awesome show. We're having a great time. We have an incredible cast and creative teams.
And Amy, I'm wondering what it's like for the crowd who's expecting traditional Broadway fare, and they sit in this crowd and realize they're part of the show. What's it like to watch the crowd react to you guys?
It's nothing like a traditional show at all. The drummer gets carried on in a straitjacket. Okay. Sort of get the idea. Everybody's handed these LED lighters, so when we start singing songs, they can, go with the music, and it's just like you get on a ride.
Now, you two did The Wedding Singer together as well, correct? How does this compare? I mean, in terms of what's your favorite part of doing the show, and how do you guys work together?
Well, it's a similar era, but The Wedding Singer takes place in New Jersey, very specific sort of...
Yeah, this is kind of a harder rock 80s piece.
Right, very Sunset Strip, 1987, all the big hair bands. I mean, we love working together. We have a great time.
Yeah.
Now we get to be out in front. We were sort of like the second lead couple in that show, so we're having a great time when I knew...
The Lunts.
And for Constantine, it's kind of like art imitating life. I mean, theater was what you wanted to do, but you're also aspiring rock star, and you're in this show that kind of mixes it all together.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I mean, this job just came right at the I was in the right place at the right time, and I get to pretend to be a rock star in real life and on stage.
And you're comfortable wearing eyeliner or guy liner, as they're calling it?
No, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to it.
And the big hair. And I got to ask you about American Idol, too, because, as you know, Chris Allen is going to be here, as well as Adam Lambert on Thursday. And everybody was talking about how much of an upset it was. What were your thoughts?
I think they're both amazing. I think it was a great year for the show. I'm big fans of both those guys. They're going to
Do you watch every
really
episode, every season?
I do. I still watch. I tape it. I go home after the show and I check in. And I thought it was a great season. And they're both going to be big stars. So.
Yeah. Well, and you guys have another performance for us coming right now?
Yeah, we're going to do our duet from the show. It's,
all right.
Wow.
And this is a love story a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a love story.
We're dreamers. We're dreamers. Find each other.
So the duet is?
It's High Enough from Damn Yankee.
High Enough. All right. I love that song.
Constantine.
All right. Take it away.
I don't want to hear about it anymore.
anymore. There's a fire in my heart, a pounding in my brain, it's driving me crazy. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Yesterday's just a memory. Can we close the door? I just need one day. Oh, I didn't know what to say when you called me, baby. Don't say goodbye. Say you're gonna stay forever. Oh, 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 can you take me higher? Can you fly me over yesterday? Can you take me higher? It's never over. Whoa, 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 I'm don't say goodbye. Say you're gonna stay forever. Can you take me higher? Can you fly me over yesterday? Can you take me higher? It's never over. Yesterday's just a memory. Yesterday's just a memory.
The cast of Rock of Ages, thank you. We'll have more music in a bit. First, your local news and weather.
Tonight, he tried to scare his boy straight.
I found a bag of marijuana.
But tough love turned into remorse, and misdemeanor turned into a murder charge.
Law enforcement failed. Mark didn't kill him. I'm going to clear his name once and for all.
New Dateline, new night tonight, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Presenting the all-new 2009 Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Taller, roomier, and built to perform each and every night. With a higher hair ratio and enhanced Irish package. The 2009 Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Available next Monday.
You smell like potatoes.
I know.
You're Teddy Riss, the billionaire businessman.
He can have whatever he wants. But there's one thing that sets him apart.
I was simply trying to get the vaccine to the village before all the people there died.
I will deliver it tomorrow. That is a promise.
Arrested? What did you do, start a revolution?
Making his fortune was easy.
Be careful, you're not a superhero.
Giving it away is the hard part.
Son of my day.
The Philanthropist, coming June 24th to NBC.
Okay, I get it. These 10 sprinkles represent our friends and family. The 10 people we can call whatever network they're on without using our minutes.
That's included, no extra cost.
Then these would be like 80 million people on Verizon Wireless we can also call?
Yep, also included. Do you want whipped cream?
Save minutes and money with Verizon Wireless. Unlimited calling to 10 out-of-network numbers, even landlines. Plus, get America's largest mobile-to-mobile calling family. And now get a Samsung Alias 2 for $79.99 and get up to 4 phones free.
Intel invites you to lend a hand by volunteering to make Oregon a better place.
From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A 7-year-old girl is expected to recover after police say her mother either pushed or dropped the girl and her brother off the Selwood Bridge. The boy did not survive. The mother of those children is in jail this morning on suicide watch. She faces murder charges and should be in court tomorrow. A woman is staying with relatives this morning after fire damaged her Hillsborough home. The fire began around 11:30 last night on Northeast Edison Street. The woman made it out safely. Firefighters credit a working smoke alarm. They rescued one of her dogs from the fire. No word yet what started that blaze. Now here's Dave Selesky with a look at your holiday forecast.
Plenty of sunshine out there, Brenda, for the remainder of the day, and I think for the remainder of the week as well. OHSU tram cam, clear skies. Temperatures now up into the lower 50s. First alert Doppler 8000. No precipitation because there aren't any clouds out there to begin with. So sunny skies, a few brief morning clouds along the ocean beaches. 75 our daytime high today with northwest winds 5 to 15. Now a little bit of an onshore flow tonight, so we'll have some morning clouds tomorrow on Tuesday. Consequently, a little bit cooler tomorrow at 71. But then look at this. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next weekend, all dry and warm with highs still staying in the 70s and low 80s.
My first week home was great.
They lifted me up on their shoulders, and the first week back, people just said thank you. They just said thank you.
A new generation of veterans is coming home. Make a difference for them at welcomebackveterans.org.
A-Boy Plumbing and Electrical is quitting business in Vancouver, Tigard, Northwest Vaughan, and Foster Road in Portland. Everything is priced to clear out. Come in and save today at A-Boy.
Now through June 1st, Ford's Memorial Day event has financing as low as 0% for 72 months or cash back as high as $8,000. Ford cars, Ford trucks, SUVs, or crossovers. Plus, if you lose your job, Ford will make your payments for up to 12 months. Quality, credit, payment protection, all with cash back up to $8,000 or financing as low as 0% for 72 months. Hurry, Ford's Memorial Day event ends June 1st. Only at your Northwest Ford stores.
Experience everything under the sun, now playing in Central Oregon.
Summer has always belonged to children. But now that the Summer of Audi event is here, summer can finally be yours. Experience the Summer of Audi with no payments at signing when you lease or finance select Audi models and get over 130 channels of Sirius satellite radio.
It's the Memorial Day sales event at Paul Schatz Furniture. And that means big savings on everything in the store. Save on bedrooms from classic to transitional with huge discounts on the furniture you love. And take advantage of no interest and no payments for 12 months. The Memorial Day sales event going on now at Paul Schatz Furniture. Celebrate the savings. At Paul Schatz Furniture, your home.
Today and today only, all 25 memory foam and latex models in the store are over 50% off. Today only. Back now with more today on this Memorial Day morning, Monday, May 25th. Our crowd now riled up because they just saw a banging performance for the cast of Rock of Ages here on Broadway. It celebrates music, the hair, the clothes of the 80s. I was looking at the cast and I asked Lester, which one were you in the 80s?
I was trying to...
Pinstripe guy, right?
Yeah, pinstripe guy, but I was also wearing the little pop collar thing going on.
The 80s, the Prepster, that's right. Well, if you missed it, not to worry, because we have one more performance in the Tony-nominated cast coming up a little bit later on, and Natalie Brownless out here along with Lester Holt and our great crowd on the plaza. Also ahead on in this half hour, we're going to be talking about learning your lesson from the recession. Millions, of course, are cutting back. They're trying to scale back from eating outlets to changing summer vacation plans to giving up maybe a new pair of shoes. But what are the long-term budgeting lessons you need to learn so that you don't get bit again? We're going to have some important advice coming up.
Then on the health front, do you pile on the portions on your home cooking because you assume it's better for you than takeout, or do you ignore those aches and pains because you're too busy doing everything else you have to do? You might be making some serious health mistakes that even smart people can make. We're going to tell you what not to ignore coming up. Also, Scottish singing sensation Susan Boyle took the stage on Britain's Got Talent for a second time last night. It was a live performance. Millions were watching. Millions here wanting to know what happened, how she did. Did she wow them again? We're going to have details on her performance coming up.
A little case of the nerves in the very beginning.
I think, yeah, but she recovered quickly. She grabbed her diaphragm and then let it belt out.
Yeah. The cat song Memory, by the way, is what she performed. Also, a little bit later, Augie chef Curtis Stone is going to be here to help heat up your Memorial Day with some last-minute hors d'oeuvres that'll impress your guests. Also, of course, in honor of Memorial Day, we're going to tell you the touching story of some soldiers who came home from the war, but they haven't forgotten those whom they've left behind. First, though, let's get a check of the top stories once again from Amy Robach, who's filling in for Ann. Amy, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie and Lester. Good morning, everyone. Condemnation from around the world this morning after North Korea conducts an underground nuclear test. A U.S. official says North Korea gave the U.S. less than an hour's notice before carrying out the powerful test today. Pyongyang also claims it test-fired 3 short-range missiles. The UN Security Council is expected to hold an emergency meeting on that issue today. This morning, President Obama said the nuclear test was of grave concern and accused North Korea of behaving recklessly. Today, across South Korea, memorials are being held for former President Roh Moo-hyun, who died over the weekend in an apparent suicide. He was recently questioned in a corruption investigation. This morning, President Obama marks this Memorial Day holiday laying a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery. There is also a national moment of remembrance at 3 p.m. when all Americans are called upon to pause for a moment of silence. New York City has confirmed its second death linked to the swine flu. Officials say a woman in her 50s died over the weekend and had underlying health problems. Meantime, 18 U.S. soldiers in Kuwait have contracted the virus and have been treated. This morning, authorities in Switzerland say they have ended the massive search for a 12-year-old boy from Indiana who disappeared Friday during a hiking trip with his family near a waterfall southeast of Bern. Rescuers have not found the boy. However, police say this morning they found a shoe that could belong to him. Storm-weary residents across Central Florida are hoping for a little relief today after massive flooding caused by a week of heavy downpours. At least 1,000 homes and businesses have been damaged at an estimated cost of more than $55 million. And it was that bad weather in Florida that forced the space shuttle Atlantis to scrap plans to land at Cape Canaveral. Instead, the shuttle touched down at Edwards Air Force Base in California Sunday, 2 days later than planned. Atlantis will need to be flown back to Florida atop a Boeing 747.
Servicing mission to the Hubble.
And Ben Stiller's comedy A Night at the Museum's Battle of the Smithsonian took the top spot at the holiday weekend box office, earning an estimated $53.5 million up through Sunday. Terminator Salvation was second. Star Trek was third. It is 4 minutes past the hour. Now back out to Lester.
Amy, thanks very much. You know, they're singing at Carnegie Hall tonight. How cool is that? Wait. All right. All right, we want to get a check of the weather now. Stephanie Abrams from the Weather Channel is standing by.
Lester, plug your ears. This is going to make you feel old. We have 13-year-olds Cassidy, Mandy, and Alexa celebrating their 13th birthday. They were born in 1996. Do you like the 80s better, or are you more favorite for Beyonce and Justin Timberlake?
We like
Chris Allen. All right, they like more present stuff. Let's see what's going to happen with your weather around the country. Maybe you're rocking out while you're barbecuing today. Looks like some rain there for the southeast. Look at the current weather. How about the forecast for today? And basically, the rain will stay in the southeast, also through the northern plains. Otherwise, plenty of sunshine. All right, time now to check out what's happening outside your door.
Low tide on the Oregon coast out of Pacific City. As you can see, great day out there. And we will have fair skies and gentle surf conditions all day long. There are no advisories issued for the offshore waters for today. Satellite and radar, high pressure all across the northwest from the south end of Vancouver Island all the way down into Northern California. So our forecast today, and look at our Skycam, OHSU Tram Cam, 52 degrees outside right now. Our high temperature this afternoon, 75.
Natalie, over to you. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was so hard.
Stephanie, thank you. This morning on Today's Money, how the financial crisis is changing you. Frugality and penny pinching are in, bling and plastic are out. The economic meltdown has sparked a major shift in financial values across the country, causing many folks to change their spending habits.
We've just cut back across the board, tried to reduce our everyday expenses, and we've changed our vacation plans to try to save some money this year.
I clip coupons. We go out to eat on coupons. I don't probably spend as much. I'm in New York City today babysitting my grandson because they're here for a wedding. So that way they didn't have to pay for daycare or anything.
Well, we don't go out to eat. We used to go out to eat a lot during the week. This is the first vacation we've taken in a very long time. We don't do things like that anymore. We're scaling back on things like that.
You know, just paying the regular bills that come every month and just kind of holding off on the cute pair of shoes or going to the salon, you know, doing my hair on my own. So just cutting out on those things.
We've opted out of summer school for the kids, and we're doing more of New York City. We're enjoying Central Park. We're going to take in the zoos and all of the museums and everything that Manhattan has to offer.
We've had so many excesses, and so I think there's an opportunity to take away from this our ability to be a little more frugal and be a little more spendthrifty.
So after you've learned to cut back in the wake of the downturn, how do you keep those lessons in mind as you plan for the future? Stacey Tisdale has some suggestions. She's the author of The True Cost of Happiness. Stacey, good morning.
Good morning, Natalie.
And according to a Money Magazine survey, found that 94% of respondents said that the recession will have a lasting impact on the way they handle their finances. So how do you, though, continue to live by the same rules that you set in this day as things change?
Things do change, and we've made this vow before. People swore they wouldn't buy things they didn't understand when the internet stock market bubble burst. That lasted about a minute before we were buying mortgages we didn't understand, taking on credit card debt. What's interesting, even now, what we've learned about living beyond our means in this recession, the majority of people who've had their mortgages modified are delinquent again within 6 months. I've seen SUV sales tick up when gas prices come down. We're creatures of bad financial habits, but the effort has to go into staying connected to our values when the economy is bad or good.
So speaking of values, what do we need to do then to get a clear picture of what really is important to us?
A great exercise, actually. A legendary financial planner named George Kender gives his clients to help them stay connected to their priorities. Imagine 3 scenarios. In the first, you have all the money you could ever need. You might not quite be Bill Gates rich, but money's not a problem. If that's the case, what are you doing with your life and your time?
That's a good question, yeah.
In the second scenario, you've gone to the doctor. He tells you have 5 to 10 years to live. Knowing death is going to come sooner than you expected, how would you change your life?
There you go.
And in the third scenario, you've gone to the doctor and he says, this is it. You're going to die tomorrow. The question isn't, what are you going to do on this last day? The question is, what are your regrets? What did you not do in this precious
You're
life
not going to be
that's
buying a
about to
pair
end?
of shoes, that's for sure.
Exactly, and what you want to do is look for the disconnects between what's important to you versus how you're actually spending your time and your money.
So how do we spend, I mean, why do we spend so much time and money then on all these things that really don't matter to us?
Fear. I mean, we see our neighbors living in McMansions. We see them sending their kids to expensive schools. We feel like we're not good parents or up to par if we don't do the same things.
So we're always playing catch up with the Joneses, right?
Also messages. Several years back, many in the financial services industry made more money if we stayed in debt versus paying off our mortgages. So there are messages everywhere that debt was cool and debt was sexy. Remember when a type of home equity lending was called a second mortgage a while ago, and it was thought of as a bad thing, and people had mortgage burning parties? Those messages get into our thinking.
So you say you've got some tips for us to help us remember our vows, to be financially responsible, which we're going to set our vows today.
Exactly. One thing, try to get into the habit when you spend money of asking yourself 3 questions. Can I afford this? Is it in line with my spending? And if not, why am I doing it? When you spend money on things that aren't important to you, something else is going on, what are the messages you're telling yourself to justify that spending? Oh, I have to have that expensive car or I'm not acceptable. It's okay to go into credit card debt. I'll pay it off when the economy picks up.
It's usually an emotional void that you're trying to fill, right?
Exactly. And really pay attention to those messages. In most cases, they're not true and they don't have to be, but you want to know what they are so you can be prepared when they sneak up on you.
And you say keep reminders as well to keep you on track.
Exactly. I know a woman who figured out how much money she made in an hour. She wrote that number down and put it in her wallet. What that did, when she went to spend money, she would pause and think about how long it would take to pay for the item.
Smart.
I know, it actually worked because it gave her a chance to say, is it really worth the time? And a lot of times we just forget, so reminders are great.
All right. Well, Stacey Tisdale, great way to put it in perspective for us. Thank you
so much,
Set those vows today. Coming up next this morning, health mistakes smart people make and the steps you can take to avoid making them yourself. And then later, Aussie chef Curtis Stone is going to show us how to whip up some last-minute treats for your Memorial Day bash. But first, these messages.
your body's strongest ally. It can lift your mood, help rebuild muscle, and improve your concentration. Tylenol PM works with your body to ease the aches and pains that keep you awake and helps you fall asleep in a non-habit-forming way. Because the better you sleep, the better you feel.
Light and Fit has 80 calories versus 100 in the other leading brand, and a taste you'll find irresistible. Light and Fit. Great taste, fewer calories.
Prescription drug prices.
Everyone's talking about them.
But now we can actually do something about them.
At Walmart, the prices are unbeatable.
Over 300 prescriptions are just $4.
$4. Imagine that.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
I was always sluggish and tired. Now I feel full of energy. My body feels better than it has in years.
My digestive tract is happy.
Kellogg's All Brand with natural wheat bran fiber to work for you. In just 10 days, All Brand cleanses your system to help your body work a little better, leaving you feeling lighter, happier, and more energetic. The Kellogg's All Brand 10-day promise. Put us to work for you.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory authorized prices. This beautiful two-piece sectional, just $5.99, plus no interest till 2013. Visit AshleyFurnitureHomestore.com for participating locations.
Hey, your own kazoo. That's fun.
She'll be exposed to over 1 billion germs this year. Introducing new Nestle Juicy Juice Immunity with vitamin C, zinc, and prebiotic fiber. It helps support their immune system so they shine a little more every day. New Nestle Juicy Juice Immunity. For more healthy tips, visit the Juicy Juice channel on YouTube.
This morning on Today's Health mistakes smart people make. Do you leave your contacts in when you have allergies? Do you blame feeling tired all the time on stress? Well, without even knowing it, you may be making some of the worst decisions regarding your health. Liz Vaccarello is editor-in-chief of Prevention Magazine. She joins us this morning. Liz, thanks for coming in. Happy to be here. Let's jump right into it. One mistake that people are guilty of is ignoring those little aches and pains. What are the concerns? What could happen?
Well, we're busy, we're raising kids, we have a job or both, and the nagging cough, the twinge in our back, we think exhaustion is just our natural state, so we don't go to the doctor. But these are all symptoms that you should not ignore. A bout of indigestion can be a sign that you're having a heart attack. So make sure that you know the signs and signals for heart attack and stroke. Know your risk factors. Go to the doctor at the first sign of something out of the ordinary in your body, and then stay up to date on your screening tests so you can catch things nice and early.
And better safe than sorry on that one. Also, another mistake, and honestly, I am guilty of this, of wearing your contacts every day, no matter what. If you're sick, if you have allergies, and believe me, I've been dealing with this all season long, but, it's that or glasses.
I know. Well, if you have a cold, first of all, switch to glasses because the decline in tear production can actually increase your risk for conjunctivitis or pink eye. So wear glasses until you feel better. And if you have allergies, your eyes are irritated, and if you take antihistamines, again, it
dries your eye out.
Exactly.
I know. You put extra saline solution.
Or switch to daily wear disposable.
Okay. And then you don't worry about the infection because you're not sleeping in your contacts. You get rid of them and start anew each day. All right. Another one is using water at the same temperature for cooking, drinking, and washing hands. You say that's not healthy. Why?
Well, when you're washing your hands after using the bathroom, it should be warm to hot water. But if you're using water to drink or prepare food, it needs to be cold, because hot water can leach lead from your pipes, according to EPA. Okay. Even in newer houses, they have some of the lead in the solder. So if you haven't used your faucet for 6 hours or more, make sure you run it for just a minute to get the lead out. And then if you're going to, in terms of water filters, look for a seal that says NSF International. That ensures that it has lead removing capabilities.
Okay, very interesting. Now, this next one is something that you say a lot of people fall victim to, and this is when you aren't checking your doctor's records. You say that can put you at risk. Why?
Right. Well, at Dartmouth, they studied 474,000 surgery patients and found that the doctor's experience was the strongest predictor about who survived and who didn't. We think it's the hospital we have to check out, but it's the doctor. The easiest thing to do is to just call the office and ask, is the doctor a fellow at the American College of Surgeons?
Okay.
That FACS at the end ensures that they have the education, the competency, the ethical standards, the highest standards
and all
of the
doctors are
college.
not created equally.
Exactly, and that's how many they performed of the procedure.
All right, if you're trying to lose weight, you say a mistake people make is they don't get on, that people don't do is they get on the scale.
Right,
They're like,
right.
wait, should you get on the scale or should you not get on the scale?
The mistake is to avoid the scale. At prevention, we call it scale phobia. It's often the scale is the one thing gathering more dust than our treadmill, right? You think, oh, if I don't weigh myself, I haven't gained weight.
Or you can get obsessed and weigh yourself every day.
Exactly. Well, that feedback once a week is all you need. That feedback is important in terms of motivation. You can catch it at 3 pounds instead of 15. So weigh yourself once a week in the morning, and don't freak out over a swing less than 5 pounds.
Okay, all right. Another thing when people are trying to lose weight is order salads. But you say some people do things wrong when they're ordering salads, which is what?
Well, you think it's healthy, but if you have high-fat add-ons like fried chicken, croutons, cheese, or full-fat dressing, it can be like eating a bacon cheeseburger in a bowl. The McDonald's Bacon Ranch salad with fried chicken has 540 calories and 35 grams of fat. That's as many calories as a Big Mac.
Wow, and I'd rather have a Big Mac. So another thing you say you shouldn't do is when you're in traffic, you shouldn't roll your windows down, even if it's a nice day and you think, oh, let's not put on the air conditioning.
They studied this and found that even though urban commuters are spending 6% of their time in the car, they're getting 45% of their air pollution in a 24-hour period. This is second only to smoking in terms of lung danger during the week.
Okay, so roll the windows up.
Roll the windows up and use that air circulating within the car when you're going through the downtown area.
All right, Liz Vaccarella, thanks so much. Great tips.
Happy to be here.
Up next, Scottish singing sensation Susan Boyle took the stage on Britain's Got Talent for a second time last night. We're going to tell you how she did right after this.
Pepsi's got another hit on their hands, and it's called Pepsi Throwback. Introducing Pepsi Throwback, made with natural sugar, only for a limited time. Sing it, baby.
So long, ooziness.
And hello, new C-Bond Value Pack. Say bye-bye, pasty ooze, and hello, C-Bond Value Pack.
Rewrite your hair's past and give it a whole new life. New Aveeno Nourish Plus. Active Naturals wheat formula is proven to target and help repair damage in just 3 washes. Building shiny, strong hair with life. New Aveeno Nourish Plus. Now is the time you're wondering, who's going to win? You or the swimsuit? Good thing you know that the Special K Challenge can help you lose an inch off your waist in 2 weeks. Now enjoy a greater variety of delicious ways to help you reach your goal. Are you ready to meet your swimsuit challenge? Go to Yahoo, search Special K to design your victory plan.
Home likes simple. Home likes on and off. Hot or cold. Good or no good. Home doesn't care for complicated, like mortgages that require a degree in economics to figure out. That's why we created our Clarity Commitment, a simple one-page loan summary written in plain language, so you understand what you're getting. Starting now, Home has a new address. Bank of America Home Loans.
Sure. Soiree. Rinse. Rinse. With McDonald's McCafe iced coffee, a better day is possible, or possible. Bold Arabica beans taste smooth and creamy. Sprinkle. Sprinkle A. If you haven't tried an iced coffee yet, McCafe your day.
Who are better drivers, men or women?
Generally speaking, men.
Men don't merge.
The woman will sit there and wait
until there are 8 tractor-trailer trucks length back there.
Merging would mean to come up and then go over. This is what men do. You see where I am over here?
And then she'll come out at 30, 35 miles an hour. And kablam, and then we're all an hour late.
The new Depend brand for women and men.
She wowed the world with her first performance on Britain's Got Talent, and last night Susan Boyle was on TV again. It was the semifinals, a live performance with millions in Great Britain watching. NBC's Donna Friesen has details on how she did.
Susan Boyle. The first time she took to this stage, she won the hearts of millions. But this, the semifinals of Britain's Got Talent, was live on TV. And at first, the pressure showed. But this unassuming, unemployed charity volunteer rose to the occasion. Once again, her soaring voice captivated the crowd. And the judges. She's made it through to the final.
It was really good tonight.
Good I had a chance to speak to Boyle and some of the other contestants before the semi-final.
I'm a little bit scared. Are you? Yeah, but that's a good scary feeling because you have to have that.
And you just get one chance and it's live. It's like, I don't know what to do.
Do the nerves help you a little bit?
But they should help you to really concentrate on your act and do your best.
Give it both bottles.
And what about seeing Simon Cowell and the other judges? Boyle says she hardly knows they're there.
You're in your own little bubble.
I dreamed a dream. Maybe she is on stage, but off it, she's a global sensation, catapulted from obscurity to fame. Millions have watched her online. And if it's true imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, then Jay Leno is a fan. And so is Homer Simpson.
My dream is to become a great singer like Susan Boyle.
Boyle is the favorite to win, but she's got some stiff competition. 39 other semifinalists will be battling their nerves and each other throughout this week before the final on Saturday.
My dream now is to do the best I can and perhaps get a career out of it. You shall see.
Boyle seems well on her way. Appearing to love every minute of her newfound fame. For today, Donna Friesen, NBC News, London.
I think she's got it. I think she's going to take it.
I've watched that video about 100 times in my house.
Who can compete against that?
My little girl loves watching her. I think everyone's just so inspired by her.
And that's how we're going to do our little sign-off now. Our little thing. That's going to be
I like that. Really bad. Coming up on today, the story of how a team of dedicated veterans is honoring those left behind.
We've also got another performance of the Broadway musical Rock of Ages.
Plus, it's not just chips and dips. Chef Curtis Stone with hors d'oeuvres for your holiday.
What are you doing?
Pulling my own Capital One credit card.
Look, I can upload my own photo.
We have internet access?
Here's a good one. I was full for 3 days.
Personalize your card at Capital One Card Lab by uploading your own photo at CapitalOne.com.
What's in your wallet?
Discover a smoothie like no other. New Activia Smoothies. Creamy, delicious, and above all, it contains Bifidus regularis and is clinically proven to help regulate your digestive system. New Activia Smoothies.
Activia! My guys brush their teeth like they clean their room. I'm glad Anti-Cavity Listerine Smart Rinse attracts stuff like a magnet, then shows it in the sink. Ew, gross! Cool. Kills bad breath germs, too.
Listerine Smart Rinse cleans up after your kids.
This is Today, watched by more viewers than any other morning news program ever.
On Saturday, June 6th, be part of the Regent's Grand Floral Walk. Get your friends and fitness pals to walk and smell the roses down the Grand Floral Parade route. A portion of the proceeds benefits the Dougie Center in Portland. To register, go to grandfloralwalk.com.
As a mom, I'm a great believer in Nutella, a delicious hazelnut spread that I use to get my kids to eat healthy foods. I spread a little on all kinds of healthy things like multigrain toast.
Every jar has wholesome quality ingredients like hazelnuts, skim milk, and a hint of delicious cocoa. And Nutella has no artificial colors or preservatives. It's quick, it's easy, and at breakfast, I can use all the help I can get.
Nutella. Breakfast never tasted this good.
News Channel 8 invites you to join us for Oaks Park's 104th birthday on Saturday, May 30th. Get deluxe ride bracelets that day for just $8. Plus, I'll be there for the free cake and the first rides on the new Tilt-A-Whirl, only at Oaks Park.
From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A 7-year-old girl is expected to recover after police say her mother either pushed or dropped the girl and her brother off the Selwood Bridge. The boy did not survive. The mother of those kids is in jail this morning on suicide watch. She faces murder charges and should be in court tomorrow. Keep your eyes on the sky today for a number of Memorial Day flyovers. The Oregon National Guard has a dozen of them planned around the state. The final one will be over Waterfront Park in Portland around 3 p.m., which will cap Portland's largest Memorial Day commemoration. It's the Danner Memorial Day March down NATO Parkway. It starts at 1:30. In the meantime, the governor has ordered all flags to fly at half-staff until noon today. Dave Selesky is tracking our weather forecast, and boy, filled with sunshine, Dave.
It has been all weekend, Brenda, and it's going to be again today, it looks like, for Memorial Day. Clear skies out there, not a cloud in sight. Temperature right now, 53 degrees across the river Vancouver. You're warmer at 54 degrees and 55 this hour down in Aurora. Mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. A few brief morning clouds, already had them. They're gone. 75 our daytime high. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler, about 71 degrees, so some more morning clouds, then upper 70s and 80s for the rest of the week. And it looks like, Brenda, dry even into next weekend. You're watching KGW News Channel 8.
Today and today only, all 25 memory foam and latex models in the store are over 50% off. Today only.
Hi, I'm Conan O'Brien, and I'm here to tell you about an exciting new technology called television. Television allows you to watch things just as you would on your computer or cell phone, except while seated in a more comfortable chair. Television. Why not watch some tonight?
The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien premieres June 1st on NBC. Television. 10 celebrities dropped in a jungle, and you control what happens. Bees it is. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. June 1st on NBC.
Today's Ambush Makeover hits the road. Now's your chance for Kathy Lee and Hoda to work their magic on you. Log on to klgandhoda.com for details.
If you're suffering American Idol withdrawal, we've got the cure. Coming up this week on Today, a double bill. Idol winner Chris Allen will be here to perform live in the Plaza. And that's not all, folks, because first runner-up and the man millions thought should have won the title, Adam Lambert, will be here as well. That's a special summer concert Thursday live on Today. It's going to be quite a week around here. That'll be fun. I'm sure they're still reeling from the whole competition and about to hit the road on the summer tour.
You know the line is just going to be around the block to get into the Plaza that day. It's going to be awesome. I'll be in line.
Such incredible, both of them.
We can get you in.
I think we've got a secret, a little pass for Amy.
Oh, good.
All right. But we'll make sure that the security gives you the extra pat down. Just in case. Meanwhile, another young talent. Security's like, really? Good. Well, guess who else is going to be here?
Everybody wants to be deputized suddenly, you understand?
Teen country music sensation Taylor Swift also is going to be hitting our summer concert stage. That's Friday on Today. Another big line, and I think, Amy, we can also make some special accommodations just for you.
I love Taylor Swift. She's all over my iPod. All right. Plus, we're not done with the music here this morning. The Tony-nominated cast of the Broadway musical celebrating the rock songs of the 80s, Rock of Ages, will be back with one more number.
These guys are a lot of fun.
So much fun.
This is a great show. This is really, really fun. We're glad to hear it today. And we won't certainly forget that today is Memorial Day. Bob Donson has a touching story of some Vietnam vets who carefully tend the memories of their comrades who did not make it home from the battlefield.
All right, and then for millions around the country, after the parades and the flag waving, well, then it's time for some munchies, and Curtis Stone is whipping up some last-minute snacks that you can bring to someone's home or make for your very own holiday party. And I think he was making a crab guacamole, which we're taking to my party.
All right.
What is that?
I don't know, but
It's like a plantain, isn't it? Curtis, is that a plantain?
It's an eggplant. It's a Japanese eggplant.
Oh, Japanese eggplant. Okay.
A little bit less bitter than the others.
Good, I'm glad you can
We
hear
don't
us.
want to give it all away, but okay.
all right, but first, the Weather Channel Stephanie Abrams is here with a check of the forecast.
I know, everyone's going to be singing 80s all day long. All right, maybe you're going to be singing them while you're doing a little barbecuing. Here's a look at your forecast for the day today. And in the southeast, that's where you'll be singing the blues with the rain will be falling for the day tomorrow. It looks like the bulk of the activity is going to stay on the East Coast. Now here's a look at what's happening outside your door.
Sunny skies over in Sun River. Great day today for Central Oregon. Your daytime highs are going to be up into the upper 70s and low 80s. Right now in Portland, we have sun-filled skies as well. Our current temperature now 52 degrees. It's 51 in Troutdale, still in the 40s over on the west side. Hillsborough now at 49 degrees. Looking ahead at the forecast, sunny skies, a few brief morning clouds. Our high today up to 75 degrees. And the fair and dry weather will continue all the way through next weekend.
It's all yours. Thank you, my dear. Coming up next, a simple gesture. Vietnam vets tending the memories of those who didn't make it home. We'll have a special Memorial Day story coming up right after this.
You know what? This looks just like the treehouse I built with my dad.
Really?
Yeah. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna go work on the roof.
Dad will be right back.
It's more than just that great peanut taste. Choosing Jif is a simple way to show someone how much you care.
You made that for me?
Well, you're making this for me.
Choosy moms and dads choose Jif.
Ooh, yeah.
Think you can handle this?
Yep.
Unlike regular trash bags, only Glad ForceFlex bags have stretchable strength technology that helps prevent rips, tears, and messy cleanups. For stretchable strength, get Glad ForceFlex.
Light mayo should taste like mayo. Shouldn't taste like air. It tastes like something even I would eat. I don't need light anything.
Best Foods Light. Double whisk to bring out the great taste of Best Foods.
If it's not Best Foods Light, it's not worth eating.
Best Foods Light. It's time for real taste.
There's only one word for this. It's bliss.
Only one word describes chocolate this creamy, this rich, this indulgent. Bliss. Hershey's Bliss Chocolate. It's not just chocolate, it's bliss.
Sam's Club announces the Memorial Day Serta mattress event.
Uh-oh.
Now get a $100 Sam's Club gift card with a purchase of select king mattresses. And get a $50 card with the purchase of select queen mattresses. Enjoy our everyday values on a great selection of Serta mattresses starting as low as $99.87. With values like these, you could more than pay for your membership. So get your gift card and a comfortable Serta mattress this Memorial Day and never count cheap again. Only through Monday, only at Sam's Club.
Looking to save money on the products you need and use the most? There's one path to follow. The one that leads to your neighborhood Walgreens, where you'll find our affordable essentials, the products you use most, now for less every day.
Bicycle, what are we waiting for? Zyrtec starts to relieve my allergies 2 hours faster than Claritin, so we won't have to wait as long to go for our ride. 24-hour Zyrtec works fast, so I can love the air.
Discover a smoothie like no other. New Activia smoothies. Creamy, delicious, and above all, it contains Bifidus regularis and is clinically proven to help regulate your digestive system. New Activia smoothies.
Activia.
Today's American Story with Bob Dotson comes from the Vietnam Wall on this Memorial Day where some veterans still serve. They rise before dawn to wash the engraved names of the dead. They've done it for years because for them every day is Memorial Day.
And where are the geese? Oh, there they are.
These men ride through the rain with a war in their heads and a mission in their hearts.
You're not alone, and we're here taking care of you.
Every week, regardless of weather, a group of Vietnam veterans cleans their war memorial, taking care of their own for free.
Right there.
Mike Nigerian started it 15 years ago after he came across his own name on the list of the dead.
And I just sort of just sank and sat on the ground. His birthday. It's 1 day and 1 year apart.
Only the middle initial is different.
How lucky I am and how unfortunate he was.
To die. In the middle of his letters home.
God keeps you. Love, your mother.
The veterans come because the names on that wall are more than what happened to them. They were fathers and sons, mothers and daughters.
You've been gone 40 years.
But the Vietnam War Memorial is still the most visited monument in Washington.
There's a wall in Washington, and it's made of cold black granite.
Here is where we can measure the depths of that sacrifice. These big blue boxes house 100,000 objects that have been left behind at the wall. Not just pictures and notes. Someone built a bamboo cage, like the ones that snared American prisoners of war.
One morning we found ashes. I said, that's bone. It's not dirt. And he asked if we should pick it up. I said, no.
Measure twice, cut once.
At first, Bill Gray came to the wall at night, taking pictures. He was still crouching in the darkness of his mind.
I suffer from survivor's guilt. And it's an opportunity maybe to wash that away. Thank you.
With the help of other veterans.
How do these friendships around the table compare with other friendships in your life?
It's a time of healing. I can understand and relate. My ears open for them.
I lost 5 in my platoon, and my CO was killed a couple of days after I was hit.
North Vietnamese soldiers overran Bill's outpost.
All of a sudden, I heard a thump behind me. I was hitting the right leg, and I was afraid I was going to bleed to death.
When people started being evacuated, you put all your men on choppers to get out. You were the last out, even though you were injured as well, and they gave you a Silver Star.
Yes.
The platoon leader's last battle was a week after Mother's Day.
I got letters from the parents, and it's just, they appreciated me taking the time to write them and from somebody who was there.
Now the old soldiers tend a peaceful place for those whose lives did not end peacefully.
John Montgomery, Ed Morrill, and Gene White.
Is that war ever really over for you?
War is never over for anyone, period. Not for me or anyone else. That war will be going on forever.
Even now, 4 decades later, new names are still being added. The men who were not given the gift of growing old. For their comrades, caring is not a job. It is an honor.
Present Hans.
After all, what does a soldier who survived war fear most? That people will forget. For today, Bob Dotson, NBC News, with an American story at the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C.
That incredibly moving monument of the men and women who tended to ensure the fallen will never be forgotten. We'll have more on our special Memorial Day edition of Today right after this.
When morning comes in the middle of the night, it affects your entire day. To get a good night's sleep,
tried 2-layer Ambient CR. The first layer dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep. And unlike other sleep aids, a second dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. When taking Ambient CR, don't drive or operate machinery. Sleepwalking and eating or driving while not fully awake with memory loss for the event, as well as abnormal behaviors such as being more outgoing or aggressive than normal, confusion, agitation, and hallucinations may occur. Don't take it with alcohol as it may increase these behaviors. Allergic reactions such as shortness of breath, swelling of your tongue or throat may occur and in rare cases may be fatal. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. In patients with depression, worsening of depression, including risk of suicide, may occur. If you experience any of these behaviors or reactions, contact your doctor immediately. Wake up ready for your day. Ask your healthcare provider for 2-layer Ambient CR.
The years kids' bones need calcium and vitamin D the most are the years they get the least. But there's a new way to help close the gap. Introducing Sunny D Smoothies. As much calcium and vitamin D as milk. And it tastes so creamy, smooth, and bold, they'll love getting nutrients to help bones grow. New Sunny D Smoothies. The calcium and vitamin D goodness of milk with a sunny twist.
Pop-Tart. I'll have a frosted strawberry as an ice cream sandwich. Chocolate fudge on a stick, please.
With the endless possibilities of Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, it's sure to be a picture-perfect summer. Pop-Tarts, made for fun.
It's nice to know that Walmart checks other stores' prices to make sure I save on everything we need this summer. Because I have more important things to do. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Is the jar more beautiful than the results? Not in this case. Neutrogena Ageless Intensives Anti-Wrinkle with Retinol SA smooths even deep wrinkles. So choose. Beautiful in the jar or in the mirror.
This morning on Cooking with Curtis, last-minute Memorial Day hors d'oeuvres just in time for Entertaining Today. These recipes are easy and delicious. Curtis's latest cookbook is Relaxed Cooking with Curtis Stone. Curtis Stone, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Feeling relaxed already cooking with you.
So this is for when people just pop in and you've just got a couple of things in the fridge. Now, I ran out and bought some crab.
Okay,
right?
fresh crab.
Fresh crab. This is a crab and avocado dip.
Okay.
So into the avocado goes a little bit of sour cream, some chives, a little bit of lemon, some salt and pepper. All right, so it's nice and easy. So you do have to run out for the crab. So I've got a couple of other things up my sleeve in case you haven't got
Okay, and then you just smash it up with the fork, or
Dust
just...
it up with a fork, or just give it a good stir around.
Okay.
Yeah, Amy, you go for that.
All right.
And over here...
And then you've got your fresh crab
the
meat.
crab. So I've got a little bit of mayonnaise.
Okay.
1 big spoon. Some fresh basil, right, which gives a really nice freshness to it. And some chili pepper.
Oh, that's pretty.
You mix all of that together. A squeeze of lemon. Okay, so the flavors work really well. I mean, we're coming into summer, so avocados are in season and tasting great.
What if you can't run out? What if you have some canned or some frozen crab meat? Does that work? Does it not taste as good?
So
I don't know.
If you can only get your hands on tinned crab meat, what you want to do is make the eggplant dip.
All right, so it's fresh or nothing. All right.
You know, I like it fresh. Frozen's okay, as long as you buy it frozen, because sometimes they freeze it on board, right? On board the ship. So what I'm doing, I'm serving this a bit differently. Thank you very much. I'm going to scoop some of the avocado up and put it in. I'm serving it in a ring, okay? So this is, if you want to get a bit fancy on it.
All right.
You sort of squash that down.
Pretty.
Just like that.
The crab meat's on the bottom, the avocado's on top. Oh, look at that.
All right. So that's
Beautiful.
how it looks if you want to do it fancy.
Okay, this is the roasted eggplant.
Roasted eggplants. So these are the Japanese eggplants, which aren't as bitter as the other ones.
Okay.
They're a little bit sweeter.
And how did you roast them? Just how long do you cook them for?
You stick them onto a hot grill like this, turn them once or twice, and then once you get a bit of colour all over them, you pop them in the oven.
All right.
Then cut them in half.
Look at that.
See that? And then you just want to take out that line of seeds. Okay. And then the rest, you can pretty much either just scrape out with a knife.
Okay.
Right? You want to get rid of that skin. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of skin left on there. And then, like I said, get rid of the seeds.
Okay.
Throw it in. And basically, what you do, see, it's all nice and fleshy, and this is so, so tasty. Everybody's been walking past me this morning saying, what are they?
I mean, it does have an interesting look, I'll say that.
They look a bit weird. You just
But
chop
they
it
taste
up.
great, and that's what counts.
Taste it up. Taste delicious.
Garlic.
Bit of garlic, which you also roast.
Okay.
So you just chop that up too and pop it in.
All right.
And then the other ingredients, we've got a little bit of parsley.
Parsley.
Fresh parsley.
More lemon.
Bit more lemon. Right?
Yes.
And this is called tahini.
Tahini.
Which is a sesame seed paste.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Mix
you
it
do
all
that,
up. And then you want to
mix.
serve it with crispy pita bread?
Crispy
Is that what you
pita.
have?
Yep.
Okay.
Instead of serving it with chips, this is a little bit healthier. So
Okay.
get some nice olive oil, just drizzle it over.
Fantastic.
Pop them in the oven.
We got one more dip to get to.
more.
We've got bruschetta.
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 So what you do is you just spread it with a little bit of goat's cheese. And I've just chopped up some heirloom tomatoes with a little bit of basil and some garlic. And there
That
you go.
looks great.
People are popping around.
And that's easy to do, right? You just
No,
chop
it's
everything up and spread the goat cheese. Curtis Stone, thanks so much. We appreciate it. Some great last-minute ideas. Have a great Memorial Day.
Yay.
Up next, one more number from the Broadway musical Rock of Ages. But first, this is Today on NBC.
I don't know where I'm going.
With greasy fast food, what are you really getting? Try a tempting new Subway Tuscan Chicken Melt instead. Seasoned chicken and melted cheese with 9 grams of fat. Part of a Subway Fresh Fit meal. It's a simple way to enjoy eating better. Subway, eat fresh.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory Authorized prices. This 3-piece queen bed, only $299. Plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
New Alpenrose Organic. Nature makes our milk.
You can identify reliable companies just by looking. Find them at bbb.org.
All about towing. Doug's Electric. Premier Auto Body. R&D Manufacturing. Sean's Plumbing. Truax Builder Supply, Windows and Doors.
Find all sorts of reliable companies at bbb.org and start with trust.
Gresham Nissan is the big Nissan dealer. Right now, take advantage of manufacturer rebates up to $5,500. Choose from a big selection of all the hottest new models, plus a huge selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Only at Gresham Nissan, 1925 East Powell in Gresham.
The time to buy is now during Kelly's Memorial Day sale. At Kelly's, save up to 40% on refrigerators, washers and dryers, cooking appliances, dishwashers, mattresses, big screens, and more. And make no down payment and pay no interest for 12 months. Hurry, it's happening now, only at Kelly's in Salem.
Coming up, Hoda and Kathy Lee preview the hottest movies of the summer. And the coolest shades for every face.
You guys ready for some more 80s music?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, first, one more number from the Tony-nominated Broadway musical with that 80s rock magic, Rock of Ages.
I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Hanging on the promises and the songs of yesterday, and I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again.
Though I keep searching for an answer, I never Day. Country sensation Taylor Swift.
I'm performing especially for you.
Live on the Plaza. The Toyota Summer Concerts.
Only on today on NBC.
This Saturday, experience the PGE Solve Starlight Parade. On June 6th, participate in the Regent's Grand Floral Walk and walk and smell the roses. Then enjoy the elegant KeyBank Grand Floral Parade. Capture it all only on KGW News Channel 8 in HD.
Say, folks, it's Memorial Day weekend, and that means the largest sale of the year at Mattress World, all locations. Now, Sherry, you've got terrific bedding, terrific prices all weekend long.
We have mattresses starting at $99 each piece when you buy the set. And we have a triple choice, firm, plush, or pillow top queen set for $3.99.
Also in queen sets, adjustable beds starting at $6.99. And you've got memory foam queen sets starting at $6.99 as well. Now I look around, you've got great selection.
We have the largest selection at every price point. We have the best service, the largest selection, and lowest price guaranteed.
Beautiful. And in specialty bedding, you've got something going on this weekend?
We have 30% off all specialty bedding. And don't forget, we have name brands. We have Sealy, Simmons, Beauty Rest, Posturepedic, Stearns & Foster, Carrington Chase, and the Lewis collection.
I'll tell you, and if they have it in the warehouse, they'll deliver this weekend. Memorial Day weekend sale at all Mattress World locations. That's Mattress World. Where?
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Caw, caw.
Let's go over this one more time. How long did the beef cook? 20 minutes.
Good. Tortillas?
5 hard shell, 5 soft. Car.
Hi, sweetie. Good
Cheese. Cheddar, shredded. Okay, we're ready. Lose the evidence. Let's not get sloppy.
They'll think you made it yourself. Introducing the Fiesta Family Meal from Taco Bell. Everything a family of 4 needs to build their own tacos, plus chips, rice, and beans. Think outside the bun.
A must to see, the dancing white stallions, including the airs above the ground, the world-famous Lipizzaner stallions.
Performing at the Rose Garden Friday, June 5th and Sunday, June 7th. Tickets are still available at ComcastTix.com.
From the KGW studio on the square, this is a News Channel 8 update.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. A 7-year-old girl is expected to recover after police say her mother either pushed or dropped the girl and her brother off the Selwood Bridge. The boy did not survive. The mother of those kids is in jail this morning on suicide watch. She faces murder charges and should be in court tomorrow. Keep your eyes on the sky today for a number of Memorial Day flyovers. The Oregon National Guard has a dozen of them planned around the state. The final one will be over Waterfront Park in Portland around 3 p.m., which will cap Portland's largest Memorial Day commemoration. It's the Danner Memorial Day March down NATO Parkway. It starts at 1:30. In the meantime, the governor has ordered all flags to fly at half-staff until noon today. Dave Selesky is tracking our weather forecast, and boy, filled with sunshine, Dave.
It has been all weekend, Brenda, and it's going to be again today, it looks like, for Memorial Day. Clear skies out there, not a cloud in sight. Temperature right now, 53 degrees across the river Vancouver. You're warmer at 54 degrees and 55 this hour down in Aurora. Mostly sunny skies for the rest of the day. A few brief morning clouds, already had them. They're gone. 75 our daytime high. Tomorrow, a little bit cooler, about 71 degrees, so some more morning clouds, then upper 70s and 80s for the rest of the week. And it looks like, Brenda, dry even into next weekend. You're watching KGW News Channel
8. KGW News Channel 8 is proud to serve our community with informational programs for children. Here is this weekend's children's programming lineup.
I need you around this weekend. You have a problem with that?
It's good talk, yep.
Andrew's boss from hell.
You are being deported.
Deported?
Pardon the interruption.
Has just become his wife-to-be.
We're getting married.
On June 19th.
You want me to marry you? Give me a promotion.
Fine.
The tables have turned.
You're going out with the girls.
In the biggest comedy event of this summer.
Breakfast for the happy couple. Oh, my God, what is that?
The morning.
The proposal.
Oh my God!
Rated PG-13.
A father's tough love turns a son's misdemeanor into a murder charge. New Dateline, new night. Tonight, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Gresham Subaru is the big Subaru dealer. Get up to $3,300 in manufacturer rebates and choose from our huge selection of the award-winning 2009 Forester. We've had the same owner for 26 years, so we'll be here when you need service later. Only at Gresham Subaru.
It all started with our father, Dick Inukai.
And now, 24 years later, we're proud our family business continues to serve you and your families.
With Dick's Country Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Dick's McKenzie Ford, you have 72 hours to love it or leave it.
Anytime within 72 hours, you can bring back any pre-owned vehicle you buy from us, no questions asked.
We're easy to find in Hillsboro or online at DicksAutoGroup.com.
Come see us today. You just got to know where to go.
News Channel 8 invites you to join us for Oaks Park's 104th birthday on Saturday, May 30th. Get deluxe ride bracelets that day for just $8.
That's a two-door coupe with a really
big scratch across the back door. When can you get someone to...
Save me some money. I just got my bill from my insurance company, and it may be time for a change.
It all begins with a personalized insurance assessment, where we take the time to understand you and then help you understand your options.
Sure, it's got anti-lock brakes and airbags, but I feel safe knowing I've got the right coverage, too.
Of course, the true measure of an insurance company is how you're treated if you have an accident. Amica is there for you 24/7. No wonder Business Week recognized us yet again for our customer service.
They went all out to settle my claim. I had no idea it would be so easy.
Call Amica now. Good drivers could save hundreds.
Saving money's nice. Great service is nicer. With Amica, I get both.
Call Amica today, because
it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated.
Make a difference in your community. Mattress World invites you to do right, sleep tight.